Would anybody like to start off with an initial crack of the beer?
All at once?
3, 2, 1.
I got a little foam on my filter.
And that's how we sync the video or the podcast.
Absolutely.
We have to sync these two things together.
That's your clap sync?
Yep.
Yeah, that's our crack sync.
There you go.
The beer crack sync.
Yeah.
I like it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 31 of the HastleCast podcast. Tonight, we have a very special guest. I'm hosting. My name is Ben. We have
Alex.
Steven.
And
Justin, or AliveMacaroon, I guess.
AliveMacaroon in the studio.
In the house.
We can
Hey-o.
touch him. I'm trying to touch him.
He's trying. Ben's really reaching hard.
He's
It's all
real.
good.
He's
I
a
am
real
real.
human.
I'm not fake.
And his lovely girlfriend is here also.
We've also got an audience. You know,
Yeah.
sitting all.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's the enthusiasm.
One
I'm
person's
looking
happy
for.
to be here.
Yeah, we have an audience of 3, so.
All right, Sarah, you might have to
great.
leave.
She's
You're a little
probably
too
just
drunk.
happy she's not playing Crash Bandicoot right now, but...
Whoa, hey, whoa, wait, whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
What's the deal with Crash?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's start this back fresh.
Alright, so I bought the Crash Insane trilogy on PS4. And
Is that when you found out you didn't like the games?
I never thought I liked the
Because
games.
I'm just going to let you know they're very old games.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay,
but I
I'm
like
glad-
old games generally.
Okay. Well,
But-
clearly not all of them.
I played them a little bit back in the day, and my thoughts back then was like, these games are not very good. So I went back to playing Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie,
Oh,
which
yeah,
are way
okay,
better.
you're name dropping some... Okay, I see
Yeah.
what you're doing here.
So I was like, yeah, you know, those games are more fun. And then I was talking, it was actually mostly because of Sarah, because I was like, yeah, like I never got into them. She's like, those games are incredible. I was like, I need to try them again. Maybe I'm just wrong. So I thought if I repurchased them and had the definitive versions, something would change. Nothing changed. All 3 of those games suck.
So what don't you like about it? I can see Sarah. She's very unhappy over there.
Oh,
she
it makes
is
it way fun.
frowning.
It's like, I know it's fact that she won't get picked up on these mics, so I can just smack talk it all I want, and just like there's no rebuttal that can happen,
I
which
expect to
makes it
have
way
Sarah,
funnier.
I expect to have Sarah just dive over my shoulder, rip the mic out from in front of me, and just like tear it into you again.
So, yeah, what don't you like about it?
I don't like how linear the levels are. I don't like the janky movement. I don't like how boring moving forward is. I don't like the change between side-scrolling and moving forwards and backwards. I don't like how boring all the enemies are. I don't like how none of the boss fights are fun. Do I need to continue? Or
Oh! I heard that. God
Damn, Gina.
I
Yeah.
mean, you do have quite a list. But...
yeah, I just don't like how literally I did not enjoy a single level of playing that game.
And you
I
beat
just-
the whole thing?
I beat all 3 of them.
Oh.
Because I knew somebody would be like, oh, once you get past the first world, it gets better. I'm like, well, I better keep going then. And it never gets better. Just constantly downward spiral of
Really?
sadness.
You're like the very, very minor majority I've heard that doesn't.
I don't know. Because the only people I know who enjoy those games are people who played them when they were kids.
The only people I've heard that don't like them are kids now because they don't like the games.
The kids at heart.
Yeah.
Man.
Because they're like, this game too hard. I don't know how to play
Here's the other
it.
thing. I was wondering, I'm like, maybe I just suck at them. Because I did die sometimes,
They are
right?
hard.
That's
So I was like,
likely.
maybe I'm just bad. But then I looked it up online. Some people are like, this level took me 4 hours to beat. I'm like, I beat the game in 6 hours. It's like, okay, I don't suck. So, like, I got past that, but...
Like, I never played Crash a whole lot because we weren't really PlayStation kids. We were Nintendo kids.
You weren't really anything, kids.
No, we
You
had
just
some...
you
well,
were in
let's
go
go
outside because
Well, we were go outside kids, but the little inside, video game experience we had was Nintendo. Regardless,
What about RuneScape? I thought you were more of a RuneScape guy.
I did play RuneScape. MMOs were another thing we did. I'm PC at heart. Regardless,
Preach, brother.
Tool.
Sometimes I would like fire up Crash on Sarah's old PlayStation.
Yeah.
Just like we're hanging out and we're bored and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing that, like, I had fun playing the game, but my biggest qualm was that, and I never voiced this to you, was that I feel like I have to hit every single crate.
Oh,
like, I
right.
can't, like, if I miss one, that's it.
Which
Let's start
Crash
over.
did you play?
Which Crash did I play? 3.
Okay, because I'd say it was mostly a problem in 1, because with 1, for every one you miss, they do a little animation at the end of you getting hit in the head with them.
Yeah, I
And that was way
remember
worse, because one of them, I didn't care, I just wanted to beat the level, I went through, and they're like, you missed 60 crates. I waited for a minute while crate just bounced off his head. I was like,
Literally
go
a
blow
minute.
yourself.
They make
like,
it entertaining.
Ugh.
He gets, like, progressively
Well, like,
beat down.
it's funny the first couple times, but I'm like on the 10th level, I was like, oh, just
Maybe
let me
you should
skip
just
this.
Stop missing so many crates then.
God, Steven.
Jesus. Well, okay. Say what you will about the games themselves, but at least if this, because apparently it's a huge success, like everybody's buying it.
Oh yeah,
that
I heard it.
do more remakes of old classics.
Yeah, I would
Like
love a Spyro one. Yeah, I'm down for Spyro.
Medieval?
I played
Yeah.
Spyro.
Did you just say Medieval?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't ever hear anybody name drop. That game was sick.
I love that game.
It probably sucks too, but I loved it back in the day.
Okay, so moving on from Crash. There's a story I meant to bring up last week, which I didn't. I don't know if you listened to last week, Justin.
When did it come out last week?
Thursday. Yeah,
Thursday,
literally
actually.
yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah,
it
yesterday
would have been
as-
download
Then
available
no, because
Wednesday.
I've been gone here.
Oh yeah, fair
I
Okay.
haven't
enough.
had a chance to listen to it.
Did you listen to it, Steven?
I did.
Okay, so you know how we were talking about the cabin camping trip stories?
Cabin in the Woods?
Yes.
Yeah, if only. What?
Any
No, not
chance?
Cabin in the Woods. It's Night in the Woods.
Oh.
Yeah, I wish I was gonna.
Did you
bring
guys
up
find
to
woods
again.
porn?
No, we did not.
Oh.
Oh,
We made it.
Alex, why?
No. Oh. We made
I'm like, yo,
Damn it.
the HastleCast website is gonna get 10 times more interesting.
We have a
Absolutely.
website.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll make one
It's
if
a
there's porn.
website. I went to it because I asked the same question, and it just links to your YouTube.
Yeah.
There is a great image uploaded to the site now.
Oh, is
I
there?
will try to find it.
Okay, I was
maybe
gonna
we'll
look it
link
up.
to it.
In the meantime, I want to talk about how much of an asshole Alex is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I am.
What
So-
happened?
All right,
He gave
wait,
me
wait.
beer. I'm
What-
okay with him.
Would you call this beef sauce?
Yeah, I'll bring this up as beef
Beef
sauce.
sauce. All right.
So Friday night was the first night that we were there, and Alex took it upon himself in the middle of the drinking and whatnot to
Sorry, Steven's photo is I don't even know how to describe it. It's so great.
What?
You gotta
This is a
pass it
photo of me
around.
during one of my streams.
It looks like Ben's
That's
trying to
the photo
grunt
on
out
the
a giant
website?
shit.
Make that an emote if you can.
Oh, what am I gonna? How are you gonna post it anywhere?
I don't know. When I get big, we'll bring that back. as an
Sure.
emote.
We'll bring that back.
Sounds good.
Regardless, so Alex took it
Friday
upon
night.
himself to smack me in the balls with the back of his
Good
hand
man.
at some point.
I don't remember why. He just like came out of nowhere, just like a good like wrap
Yeah.
across the knuckles.
So
just
is he
seemed
like
worthy.
walking around a corner? Is he sitting
I
down?
don't
like-
remember at all. It was just he was just standing there. I think
don't
we were all just
remember
standing
either.
there, just chatting. I'm like, I could totally hit Ben's nuts right now.
and he did.
Smack, just like a good just like you know when you like snap your knuckles, yeah, and you like get a good like slap
Yeah.
out of it, not just like a good
Yeah.
tap, but it like kind of rolls into it. I got that on Ben's balls.
It was a wallop.
Oh yeah.
A wallop.
Oh, it was a wallop.
Solid wallop.
Saturday, we're throwing the rugby ball around. Alex gives me not a heavy toss,
No,
a
not at
lightish
all.
toss, but it flips and it flips and it whack right in my balls. Just like the
It's a
second
weekend
hit.
of ball shots.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
Just
it
wait.
It was brutal.
Get better?
Sunday.
Sunday, we go to the
Dawn
beach.
of the final day.
No,
Yeah.
we were there actually on Monday.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't get you on Monday,
Dawn
unfortunately.
of the first day.
Dawn of the first day. There
Yeah.
you go.
I was thinking about it Monday. I'm like, I should just go up and just like nail him real hard, just like
Yeah.
kick him like.
Never make that move.
No, what?
Just
Never
nail him.
hesitate.
Why did we
Get
invite
him.
you tonight? We're gonna be at like Limericks, and it's gonna be like, I know what to do.
I just nail Ben in the balls.
Sunday, we go to the beach, and while we're there and we're throwing around water balloons, and I was explaining on last week's episode how I was getting pelted, Alex charged me and threw one directly at my nuts. It exploded. I had wet nuts, and it hurt a lot.
It's great.
I haven't got him back. I haven't.
Nope. You got me back with one water balloon.
God.
Did I?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you did. So you
At
still
that
owe me
point,
two.
I was fed up.
This weekend would be great for water balloons.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
absolutely. Dude,
Fantastic.
like,
Let's go out tonight. Done. We'll go buy water balloons. Go at like 11 p.m.
so
Boom.
we found these things, and they were instead of like filling up one water balloon at a time, there's
Oh,
like the
yeah,
30
yeah.
on one
Yeah.
nozzle or nipple. We
30
did that.
nipples in one.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
that's my favorite.
fantastic. We had like 200 water balloons.
That's like
and we're
15
just
dudes.
Dude?
Like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of dudes. but okay.
no, we just went to town on them, and it was awesome. You know, so I highly would recommend these 30 per nipple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to town
This
on
week's
30 nipples.
Podcast sponsored by 30 nipples in one.
But yeah, that was my bit of follow up from last week's episode that I forgot to bring up.
That was last weekend you guys were?
Mhm.
Correct. So last
Canada
Monday
Day weekend.
is Canada Day weekend. We actually recorded the
Oh,
episode
okay.
on Canada Day, last week's episode.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned.
So yeah, and
Little bit
I
of behind
totally
the
forgot to
scenes
bring
information.
that up. Another thing I wanted to talk about. So I recently started streaming in the past couple weeks.
That's always
Noob.
fun.
So I did my first stream last week, and everything was going good. I had it on my phone. I had the stream open just so that I could make sure, like, I could watch it and make sure that.
How orange you were.
I was so orange. that emote picture you showed me is super orange.
Yeah.
I'm like
Was it
Donald
just the
Trump.
the wrong lighting? Is that all it
Yeah,
was?
I had the wrong lighting.
Okay.
But that's okay. I could be like the Simpsons of streaming.
Yeah?
Yeah, instead of a yellow face, it's just an orange face. But yeah, streaming's a ton of fun.
It is fun. Did you have
yeah.
lots of people show up?
Dude, grand total 3
Yeah?
people.
That's not bad.
I was one of them.
I was one. Nick was one. And
I was
Ben
one
was
as
one.
well.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Alex.
For
Alex
part
showed
of
up
it,
to
for
my
the
first
first
stream.
bit. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
It takes
I was
a
in and out
long
of it.
time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too
Takes
like concerned
forever.
with my timeline on it. But
Oh, yeah.
my first stream I did, I don't have a second monitor. I was just doing it off my laptop. So to just make sure that the stream was working well, I had it open on my phone.
Good app, eh?
Yeah. I
Actually,
just
not bad.
and
Yeah.
Nick and I had gone for dinner to Limericks, to the bar we're about to go to after this podcast. And we signed into their Wi-Fi, and their Wi-Fi was shit. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going back to my data. Didn't turn my data off
Oh.
when I was streaming and looking at my stream. I burned through 1.5 gigs of data.
How long did you stream for?
It was like an hour and a half. I don't know. It was our Dead by Daylight stream.
Oh, shit.
So if you look at Fragoute's most recent videos and Professor Adventure's most recent videos, they're like all Dead by Daylight catch up from that time.
Well, that was before that. That was from when we were playing.
I was streaming that, I think.
You know, you
No, not when you were.
No.
Not when you two were
No, when
playing.
you were playing? Okay, so then it was
No.
from before that.
Yeah, because I just watched the one Spencer posted when I was the killer.
Yeah.
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 I watched that too.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I just kept getting poor Mason.
Did you watch one when Spencer was the killer and completely blew it?
To be honest, I remember that vividly. But no, because I've watched a few of them, and then I saw the one that I was killer, and I was like, I gotta watch that. I want to see what. But it would have been cool if we were able to do more of a Rooster Teeth setup with those videos to have everybody's perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and like
Definitely-
cut screens in between
Yeah.
each. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was watching some of Spencer's, and it's like nothing bad, obviously, but it's just kind of like sometimes it's just you're just watching him make or fix a generator,
It was boring, yeah.
which I was doing the same, or everybody was doing the same except for the killer, right? So it was kind of like if there was the ability to cut between screens, that would have been cool. But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it was a good video.
Well, there's nothing stopping us from like everybody sending our footage to one person.
Yeah.
Except
doing
who
it
wants
that
to be
way.
the
Yeah.
sucker who edits it.
I got a
I mean, I
podcast
can
edit.
do
I
it.
ain't doing it.
I could do it.
Volunteer. Here we go.
There you go.
Boom.
You know my edits. I could do that.
You have good edits.
I could do
Yeah.
it.
I was
You
gonna
have
say,
really
Justin
funny
is the
edits.
goat. Like
Dude,
nobody
I'm-
realizes it, but
So
Yeah, man.
when we had
he's
you on
the best one.
when we had you on that episode,
All those
before-
many years.
Wait.
all those
What
years
episode was that you were on?
I think it was like 15.
15.
No,
it was,
22,
no
23.
Okay.
20,
Okay.
20.
Sorry.
I say
Alright.
I've listened. I'm not joking. So I said earlier that Justin might have been the best person who's ever been on the show, including Ben, Alex, and myself.
Sorry, Eric.
I have listened to his episode several times. Like every time I'm like, dude, this guy is hysterical.
Yeah,
It was a great episode because for 3/4 of it, we just talked about woods porn.
And it's,
Yeah.
it's not that somebody has had a bad episode. I've enjoyed all the guests and all the people we've had on. Just like,
remember-
yeah, just the amount of times he's like a reference back where we're like talking about a serious conversation. He's like, screw all you guys, I'm gonna go look for woods porn. I'm like, that was funny, dude.
Dude,
Like,
I remember
it was great.
when I told Adrian, my girlfriend, that it was up, and then she was watching it while she was working, and it was like 3/4 in. She's like, "When do you guys stop talking about porn?" And I was like, "We don't.
We don't.
It doesn't end.
We really don't.
It doesn't."
That's awesome. So
Episode 22, Justin was on.
okay, there you go.
Boom, check it out if you haven't
Nailed it.
already.
yeah.
Hey.
It was dope.
You nailed it, Tim. So yeah, from that episode, I remember talking about how much I like your face morphing
Oh yeah.
in your videos, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I was inspired by Couch Shop, and
Yeah.
you should really check them out." I started checking them out, and I can't stop.
Yeah, they're good.
they're
hey?
so
They're
funny.
so funny.
Such
I've gotten into a little couch shop as well. They're
so
dope.
good.
yeah.
So good. Yeah, they're like huge inspiration. If I could do the whole thing with the couch and the cameramen,
Yeah.
like that's crazy.
Oh,
how
yeah.
they do that. They have like the stationary cameras and the cameramen.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah,
I
I'm
they
all
must
for
take
it.
forever to edit those videos.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
I can't even imagine.
Otherwise, it's just up all night editing.
Yeah.
You know, just, why not?
I was even wondering if they have somebody who like because they have the cameramen or stationary cameras. If they have somebody literally just like writing down notes of like at this time we should like check this part out for this person, this time to like quicken, so you're not like checking 6 video feeds constantly or however many they have.
I don't even know how they do it.
Like I know Rooster Teeth. How I don't remember. This was months ago. Trevor put out a video. Trevor Collins, if you guys know who he is.
He's the supervising producer for Achievement Hunter.
Yeah.
Is he?
Something like that. I don't know. He's going up in the world.
Which used to be Jeff Ramsey, which used to be Lindsay Jones. And is now
then
Trevor.
she popped a child out. So.
Yeah, just popping one out.
She's got
Little Iris.
I was watching their Extra Life stream when they announced that they were having a kid. You were there.
Dude, I was watching it live, man, with you.
Yeah, and it's
great.
like, holy shit. Like,
Was it crazy?
I've been following these guys for years.
It was
I
great.
remember when Michael was a fan, and when they picked up Michael in like 2010.
Yeah, and he made
I wasn't
shitty
part of it
videos
then.
by like
No?
holding a camcorder at his screen and
Well,
like trying to do all in one take.
I used to watch Red vs. Blue like originally,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, me
I
too.
always wanted to make like a machinima series,
Yeah.
but it's the resources are so hard,
Yeah.
Oh
and
yeah.
it's like you're just one teenager that's like, I want to do this giant project.
I have no money.
However, you have to somehow figure out how to set it up so you can no clip and have no HUD and remove your gun, or however the hell they did it, so that way you can.
They look down sight.
Yeah, they look down sight, and then to get rid of the reticle, didn't they
They did split screen or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember how it was.
to talk. Yeah, they had to just like wiggle the analog stick at the right time.
Yeah, in order to make them look like they were looking stationary, it was like the people actually looking down sight and looking down at their gun to make their head look like it was looking level, apparently.
Oh.
Because like the animation just looks like that, but really you're pointed straight down.
Yeah, and then I remember too with the animation I guess in the first Halo at least, your gun is always out, and in order for it to look like it's down at their side like they do, they had to look all the way up. Because when you look all the way up, the gun goes down in the animation.
Wait,
So
really?
they had to look all the way up, and then they had to wiggle their analog sticks when there's face in the sky, so they had to try to coordinate.
Oh, I had no idea you looked. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, it's cool. And that's all in-game mechanics as well.
Yeah.
That's stuff that they had to figure out themselves. There was no, this is how you make machinima in Halo.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's all right, I want to just have two guys talking.
They made it easier.
How
with
can we
3
do
and
it?
Stuff,
Oh,
but, like,
Yeah, they
at the
eventually put
beginning,
it all in.
But yeah,
Yeah.
they really sort of like pioneered that
Yeah.
out of Halo.
For sure. Like, I don't
cool.
think 3 would have had that in depth of a forge mode and stuff if it wasn't.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That was huge for them.
Because they were really, because I know like Rooster Teeth worked with Bungie pretty closely. They're
Yeah.
in,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
that
they-
Hall of Fame thing that they have.
Yeah, I'm pretty
in
sure
one of the Halos.
I'm
or
pretty sure
something?
they had to work with Bungie so that Bungie wouldn't take down their stuff or
Yeah.
something. But
So-
I know Bernie Burns is like a voice in most of the Halos now.
Yeah.
They'll throw him in there as a Easter egg or something like
Yeah,
that.
they have like the Gus and Jeff Easter eggs going on in
Yeah,
Yeah.
Halo 3.
Oh,
Halo
I remember
3, that's what I
that,
thought.
Yeah.
One door.
Yeah, if
When
you
they're
go-
like arguing, like, what's the password?
Yeah.
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 Is
I
it
remember
legendary?
that.
You get that?
I think they have different voice clips depending which difficulty you're playing on.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty neat.
Okay.
If I remember
and that's
correctly.
cool. Like
Huh.
the fact they have it like differently split
Yeah.
up per.
And then the Hall of Fame was in Halo Reach. That you had to fight like a ton of hunters, and that one you had to do on
Oh,
Legendary.
yeah, yeah.
And they showed you like the history of like high speed Halo, high impact Halo, the red versus blue stuff, a bunch of things. So
Yeah.
Were you guys a fan of Reach?
I liked Reach. Yeah.
yes and no.
I really liked Reach, but again, I wasn't in like a competitive scenario. It just says like a play it for fun.
Yeah, me
I
too.
loved Reach, but then I never played any of the ones after that. I haven't touched it.
You're smarter than me, because almost
yeah.
everyone after that has angered me to no end.
Really?
So
Yeah.
We used to, after high school, we used to go to Steven's house almost every single day. We'd
Yeah.
pop by the Sev, get a Slurpee, head to Steven's, play Halo.
Yep.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
I
Right.
wish I had that.
I went over to Rudy's and played with you guys a bunch online. Did
Yeah.
that? Or, maybe
yeah.
not with Ben, but I played with Steven a bunch
Well, I
online
never
at
owned
Rudy's.
an Xbox.
Well, like
Still-
when
I
you
still
were
don't own an
couch
Xbox.
co-oping with Ben or with
Especially the new
Steven.
one. I'm not a fan of the
The
X-Bone.
X.
Yeah,
No?
Or the X-Bone X now.
Yeah.
kind of
Xbox.
The
Nice.
new one. Is
You know-
this the first post E3?
No, there's
no,
been a
last
couple.
one would've been, hey?
There's been two, I think, post
Two?
E3s.
Yeah, there's two post E3. We didn't really
Wait.
talk much about E3.
What? What do you mean post E3s?
Episodes. That
Episodes
we,
Oh,
after
how many
E3.
episodes have
Yeah,
been since?
yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Yeah, E3 was like June 10th to something or 12th to something. So
Yeah.
we've had 3 or 4.
Well, I'll bring it up then. Is there anything that's like got you guys really excited?
I didn't pay attention to anything
No?
that happened. No. Outside of the new Xbox. That's
Steven's the
literally all
best
I
one
know
to
about
ask
it.
this question.
I did pay attention. I guess the Spider-Man game will be cool. Other than that, I didn't actually say anything where I'm like, yeah, like can't wait for this.
Yeah.
How about you?
Who's developing Spider-Man? Sorry.
Insomniac, Sunset Overdrive, Ratchet and Clank,
Okay.
the old Spyro games.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
sweet.
need to remake Ratchet and Clank.
Sarah's a fan of
Yeah,
Ratchet
dude,
and Clank.
I'm big
Yeah,
Ratchet and Clank fan.
Ratchet and Clank's dope.
That'd be a good one.
That's not
That
the same
doesn't
people.
forgive your Crash Bandicoot ripping.
Yeah.
That doesn't forgive her for not liking Crash Bandicoot.
Oh damn.
Oh, by the way, Ratchet and Clank 1 sucks as well.
Whoa, the eye roll that just came out of Sarah.
No, I just started playing Ratchet and Clank 1 because I was looking for, I can't remember why. I was looking for some gameplay. I was like, oh yeah, like I have 3 original Ratchet and Clank games. I should go back and play them. The first one, moving, is terrible in it. It just takes like a second and a half to get to like full speed. Just like, oh, it's so bad.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah, the first one's okay.
Don't get me wrong, playing it was fun. Just like the moment I was like, oh, I need to turn around, it just like takes a second to stop and second to turn around, start like walking full speed. I was like, why does this take so long?
Is the first one the one you have to do all those damn hoverboard races for Captain Quark? Or not first Captain Quark, for Skids? Skids McMart?
I didn't get that far. I
No?
literally like left the first planet. I was like, that's enough of this.
I think it's
gonna
the
call it
first one.
quits.
I hated those hoverboard races.
Oh yeah.
They're garbage. They're garbage.
I played most of the third. I never actually played the second one, so I'm not
The
sure.
second
So
one's good.
it could
There's
very well be
more
the first.
races in that one, but it's like,
Good races.
well, it's more like Mario Kart, or not even like Mario Kart. It's more like, you guys ever played Jack X? on
Yeah,
PS2?
I know
Like
what's up.
Combat racing.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay. Anything from me 3? Have you excited?
Evil Within 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
I'm a big fan of Evil Within.
Friggin' love that game.
Yeah. Good
What
call.
is it?
You're
Big
right.
art book
Oh yeah.
for
What-
Evil Within.
What's Evil Within? I don't know.
So the guy
I'm
who-
I'm barely on video game educated compared to Ben and Steven, in case
Okay.
you haven't noticed.
And I'm very uneducated compared to Steven. So
Yes.
And
that
I'm very
explains Alex.
uneducated according to Justin and probably in Sarah's eyes, Sarah as well.
Yeah.
So you don't like Crash Bandicoot? Get out of here.
I don't think she sounds like that, but
Wait, is Evil Within
But
the
she can't
painting
respond. So I
Sorry?
can say
Game?
it.
Is Evil Within that painting game? Or not the painting game, the one where you unlock the painting?
No,
No,
that's
that's,
Layers
uh,
of Fear.
yeah,
There's a fear. Never
that's
mind.
a good one too, though.
I got
but-
Steven to start playing it. that was
That one's like
yeah.
a good walking simulator. It's like you don't
Yeah.
do anything other than pick things up and
Yeah,
walk.
it's
But
not
Evil
scary at all.
Within, so the guy who created the first Resident Evil, and he made Resident Evil from 1 to 4, and then he left the series.
Alright.
He made another horror game called Evil Within, and it's basically like a new age Resident Evil 4.
Okay, so
And
more or
it's
less.
very like Japanese
yeah.
horror. So there's like this one chick that looks like the Grudge
Oh.
that chases you and shit.
So
And
is it kind of like the zombie survival, if you want to call it
yeah,
that
it's
Resident
more
Evil is?
like, because I'm not a big fan of horror games where you can't fight anything, because I just get sick of that after a while of hiding.
Well, like the whole
like Outlast.
Outlast thing? Yep.
Like I don't mind Outlast, but it's
They more
not
work
my
on the
thing.
terror, like the
they-
terror of knowing that there's nothing you can do
and
except
run
hope.
and like being chased. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people, including myself, that hate that feeling of being chased. So like that.
Dude, when I was a
But-
kid, leaving the basement, turn the lights off, get your ass upstairs.
I still
Dude,
do
you
that.
bolted. Oh yeah.
But yeah, so it's more of like an action horror game,
Okay.
and it takes place in this system called STEM,
All right.
which is like all these people hooked up to these machines, and this like
Like
demon entity has taken over the machine.
Okay.
So every room you go into will like change. So you could be in a hospital, like a really creepy mental hospital. You open a door and you'd be like in a field somewhere random. So like the world's always shifting, so you never know where you're gonna be. I thought that was really cool about
Yeah.
that game.
Because they're like uploading the different environments
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
your brain
From
while
the
you're
people
so,
hooked
yeah,
up.
this one
Okay.
guy is the bad guy's name's Ruvik, and he just changes it on like and there's so many like different monsters and really good boss fights. I love that game. And the second one's coming out, and it looks really good because it's supposed to be more open world, which
All right. What's it on coming out for?
well, the first one was for the last gen consoles, and then it was also PS4, Xbox, PC,
Okay.
and the new one's just the 3 new, like PC, Xbox.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It'd be cool if
So
it was
it's
on
coming on
Switch.
everything basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's coming out this year.
So it's not like a PlayStation exclusive.
No, and it's coming out on Friday the 13th in October.
Oh
Nice.
man.
Like, can you pick
Damn,
a better
dude.
release date? So that got me excited. Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein
Oh
2
yeah,
looks pretty good.
that'll be sweet.
I've heard very good things about Wolfenstein. I never
New Order?
played the first one.
It's good. It's really good. If you're into like alternate history,
Yeah.
like what if Nazi Germany won?
Okay.
You'd really like it.
Or if you like old first-person shooters.
Or
Because I was gonna say nothing was cooler than at one point that you have like an AK-47 in your prison cell. They're like, oh, like the Nazis are about to bust in here, and they give you a second AK-47. You're like, yeah, like what's up?
Yeah.
Well,
And it's like the old mechanics, so you don't have regenerating health, and if you pick up more health than your 100 health, it'll overcharge your health, like in like old Doom and Quake,
Yeah.
and it would just slowly tick down back to 100.
Yep.
I watched a couple people do Let's Plays in it. I've never played it myself.
Yeah.
But there's a whole Easter egg on if you like go to a certain point on the map and you sleep in a certain bed, you'll go into like the old whatever,
Yeah.
not N64 Wolfenstein or I don't
DOS.
know. DOS? Is
I
that
think
what
it
it
was
was?
DOS.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if
It's
it's
been
on
ported
N64.
to 1,000 systems.
You know, and like
you
to
could say
me,
iOS and you'd be correct.
Sure, I don't know.
That's true,
The,
yeah.
the old school Wolfenstein, like the running down a hallway, shooting everything
Yeah.
in sight, you battle Hitler at the end of it.
Yeah.
Which like that's hilarious, and the fact
Mecha
that that's
Hitler.
inside the game itself, like, it's like a meta game. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's really cool. I think there's a few levels. You can do it a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause it's like-
sounds right.
You always go back to this same like base. Like
Oh,
all your
okay.
missions, and that's the base. So you go sleep in your bed at the base, and you have a nightmare where you're in the old Wolfenstein. So I think you can do it a few times, because there's a few times you go back to that base in that game.
You like older shooters and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Are you excited for Quake Champions
Yes.
at all?
I actually have been in the closed beta for a few months.
Really?
Oh, damn.
We
really
need to
good.
play together sometime.
Sure.
Perfect. Because
I
I
think
just
it's actually an
downloaded
open
it.
beta now. We can all play it.
Yeah, I just downloaded it. I've been looking to play some.
Oh,
so
yeah, it's good.
What's
yeah.
Quake Champions? Outside of it being the next edition of the Quake franchise.
That's about it.
Okay.
it's
you
it's
know,
the
like-
new multiplayer Quake.
Do you know arena shooters like Unreal Tournament and stuff
Yep.
like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Where it's like you run really fast, you bunny hopping all over the place.
Mhm.
It's that. Just a new version.
Okay.
And now they have like a hero system. So instead of just having like skins for your character, but they all have the same base stats,
Yep.
they're all different. And they have like a ultimate ability,
All right.
very Overwatch-esque.
So there's different classes essentially.
I guess like you
Yeah.
all can use the same weapons. It's just like some people will be smaller and can run faster,
Yeah, but
Have less
take
health.
less damage. Yeah.
and then flip it. And there's a character like that. And
So yeah,
Yeah,
like
okay.
the guy from Wolfenstein, BJ Blazkowicz,
yeah,
is
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He can dual wield weapons in Wolfenstein. They gave him the ability to dual wield weapons as his ultimate ability in Quake Champions. And
Okay.
then another like lizard
Wait,
dude can like
is he in
spit
Quake?
acid. Sorry?
Is he in Quake?
Yeah,
In the new
he's-
one, yes, they put
just
him in.
announced him at E3
Okay.
that he's going to be a free character.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
And then there's like some lizard dude and he can like spit acid that then
Thorlag.
poison
I
someone.
know that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So.
My name is BJ.
BJ?
BJ.
That's true. Mine's JF. That's
Yeah.
not as cool.
You're Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff. I want to go back to E3 for a second. I think I want to go back to E3.
Okay.
You think?
was
Are you
COD
making a
World-
mistake?
Was COD World War II announced at E3?
It wasn't
No.
announced, but they showed multiplayer. I didn't think it was a multiplayer trailer, but it,
It was, yeah.
And it looked fucking cool.
That's awesome.
It looks really good, actually. And I haven't played COD in a long time. Like, I
Because
have.
yeah, like I've never been in the COD sort of culture or atmosphere, and
we need Spencer here.
yeah, well, I
Yes.
did. Speaking of Spencer, I did a video with him. It didn't really turn out that good, but it was actually a lot of fun to do. Where him and I basically went over the trailer and all of the, what is it called?
Classes, perks,
Yeah,
game modes.
It's not perks anymore. It's,
Yeah, it's not-
divisions.
Divisions. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went over all the Division trailers to sort of like do an analysis on them, and I'm like, dude, I know nothing about Call of Duty. I can't really help. He's like, no, I want an outsider's opinion so that I can sort of explain to you what the past was. You can sort of look forward to what is coming without
Yeah,
like
without knowing
being
what's gonna
tainted
happen.
by the
Yeah.
past, essentially. And I'm like, okay, this could be a good video, and it was until our audio got all fucked up
Oh,
and it just didn't
That's
work.
the worst.
So it's still there for you to see on Fragoute's channel. You can't really hear us while the trailers are playing, but
no.
sometimes we'll pause the trailer and like go over like
Yeah.
a still screen kind of thing. But yeah, that's one thing that I might want to pick up.
So yeah, like the one thing, say what you will about Call of Duty, but you always get your money's worth with those games because
Oh,
they
yeah.
pack a shit ton into those
For
games.
sure.
But
Yeah.
the multiplayer looks really good. The single player looks interesting. I
Yeah.
hope it's a good story. And then there's zombies again,
Yeah.
and apparently because it's being developed by Visceral, which Visceral did Dead Space.
Not Treyarch.
So Sledgehammer is doing the multiplayer and the single player, and Visceral's taking care of
zombies.
zombies.
Okay.
And then Visceral's also doing their own Star Wars game with EA.
Oh.
But Yeah, so apparently zombies is supposed to be less like round-based fun
Okay.
and just like linear story, but like really scary.
Okay.
Which sounds cool to me. And they've been
That-
sharing
that sounds cool.
screenshots of the zombies. They look fucking creepy.
I remember
Really
zombies.
creepy.
Zombies in Black Ops 1, man. I
Yeah,
played the
Zombies
crap
in
out
Black
of that.
Ops 1, I think, was like prime time. World
Yeah.
at War was when I was playing zombies a lot.
Yeah, World of War for me too.
World at War. Yeah.
Is it you have to beat the campaign to play the multiplayer? Like I know some games do
No,
that.
because most people, I think, buy Call of Duty solely for the multiplayer.
Oh, yeah.
The majority, I don't even think, touch the single player.
How I looked at it is you play the campaign because that gets you ready for the multiplayer.
That's what I usually do. And
Right,
Call of Duty
like-
campaigns are typically short. Like, they're like 7 hours.
Yeah,
They've been
like,
getting pretty long, though. Like, Infinite Warfare apparently had a really good, lengthy campaign.
I think I beat Modern Warfare 3's campaign on Sarah's old PlayStation in like 4 or 5
yeah,
hours.
they're pretty short, especially if you have it on a easier difficulty.
yeah.
I've bought most Call of Duty games. I think the last campaign I played was Modern Warfare 2, and since then, just like, nah, I don't need this.
Modern Warfare 2 was a good campaign, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was all. There's nothing necessarily wrong with them. Just
They're
if
very,
I'm gonna
like-
spend 8 hours playing the campaign and going to multiplayer, I'm just gonna go to multiplayer almost every time.
Yeah.
They're super, like, summer action popcorn flick.
Yeah.
Oh,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And for just like a shoot 'em up game, they're great.
Yeah,
We're just
but-
like just sitting there and going at it. They're
Yeah,
fantastic.
for the new Call of Duty, the single player from the trailer at least looks way less summer popcorn actiony flick because it looks like they're really trying to bring in new light to World War II again, like,
yeah.
for the newer generation. So they're
Right.
taking it very seriously. Like I watched this behind the scenes video, and I guess they've been working with some Marty guy who's a really big historian, and he's done like all the work with them.
Is it historically accurate? I assume then.
See, this is where it gets a little interesting. There's been a lot of debate about this, and I actually kind of want to get your guys' opinion. So in the single player, there will be swastikas.
Okay.
In the multiplayer, there will be none. And then you can play
Oh.
as females and black Nazis. Now, I have nothing against that stuff, but that stuff's very inaccurate, right?
Yeah, it's not an accurate portrayal
Depiction.
of what actually happened.
Yeah, so the weirdest part was I saw a comment on a YouTube video there was somebody, because there's been gameplay posted since E3 where somebody says this game looks great other than the black female Nazi, and I was like, yeah, you're right, that doesn't sound very right to me.
Yeah. And not that we're historians or anything like that, but
Yeah.
as far as I remember from history and social studies, the Nazis weren't big fans of black people,
We're
essentially.
a big fan of anybody that didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wish I
Go
was.
Sarah.
The audience is in agreement.
Yeah, so it
What
looks
if
really-
you have blue hair and blue eyes?
Blue hair, blonde eyes. Man, you might as well be a white dragon or something.
Yeah. It looks good. Yeah, I'm excited for it for sure. Like I already have it pre-ordered because
Yeah.
I love anything World War II though. That's
Oh,
just
right.
me. So like
That's
I'm
sweet.
excited for another World War II game, and it looks good. Like they took away perks because before it would be like you just pick your perks and your guns and your attachments for the guns, but now it's like if you want to use a sniper rifle, you have to be part of the Mountain Division, which is the Mountaineers, and they were in World War II.
Yeah.
Those were the snipers.
Well, that's cool.
Or if you want to be like
Hey.
a tanker with a shotgun, you have to be part of the Armored Division. Or
Yeah.
if you want to just have a rifle, you got to be infantry, yada
Okay.
yada.
That's really
So
cool.
I think that's cool too.
Yeah, I know.
And then so as you play, I hit the mic there. As you play with those divisions, you unlock perks under those divisions.
Yeah, like the subclasses almost.
Yeah, so like you have to level up each division individually, it seems.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that kind of gives it a little bit more depth too.
It's not like you just unlock weapons over time kind of deal to do
I mean,
anything.
maybe you do. I don't know. I haven't played it yet, but that's what it seems like at least.
Hey, if it is like that, I can totally get behind that. That sounds
Yeah,
sweet.
that sounds pretty
When
cool.
I was talking with Spencer about that kind of thing, I sort of brought up Team Fortress 2 because that's a game I love.
Oh yeah, I noticed
and
you have a
I've-
lot of hours on Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, and I played the shit out of it. But I was explaining to him how, because he's never played it.
That blows my mind. That game is like
I know it's such a.
Who hasn't played Team Fortress 2? Like,
know.
Spencer. We
I've,
just went over
I've
this.
literally spent like, if you check my Steam, I've probably got like 3 hours into it, and that's
Yeah.
More
like
than
it.
Spencer.
That's right.
So,
I
like,
feel like
I've
everybody at least
dabbled.
like it's free to play. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
a big deal. Like 10 minutes. Like at least boot it up and just be like, oh,
Yeah.
I
The
hate
the
this,
style
and leave.
of that
Like,
game alone
Yeah.
is amazing,
Yeah.
and the gameplay is great too.
It's actually, speaking of Team Fortress 2, I'm going to do a little plug here. There's a video that I did with World 9 that should be coming out.
He wanted me
Oh.
to go down to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Dude,
on one of my
I
posts.
was
and
saying, dude, we're all flying down there at some point. Let's
Are
go.
we?
absolutely.
Yeah, done.
Am I joining?
Yeah,
Of course.
If you want.
Everybody's
I was
in.
going to mention you. We
Who's
should all go to RTX as a big group one.
I'm
day.
planning on going next year
Oh well, maybe I can go too.
because
Let's do it.
RTX is
I'm
currently
down.
happening this
Yeah.
weekend. So
Let's
of
go now.
recording
We'll
this.
break in.
Sounds good.
Right after this, we're buying plane tickets.
All right.
and flying
We'll take
down.
an
go.
Uber.
I already made a,
We'll take the nice Uberman we had here. We'll just get him to take it.
and I already made a reservation at the bar.
Yeah, anyway,
Oh,
you were
man.
saying about Team Fortress 2.
We'll go after
Yes,
the bar
so
then, Ben.
I was comparing it to this World War II division stuff in that in Team Fortress 2 you have 9 classes
Mhm.
and they get their specific weapons that only they use. Now,
Which
second,
is also like Overwatch. if
yeah,
you- like,
exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm
Hero
more old
shooters,
school.
I
I've
guess.
never played Overwatch, although I should because I heard
You're
it's
more
very
old
simple.
school, and yet your old school game is like 2004.
Team Fortress 2 is 2007.
Was it 07?
Yeah, because that's the first PC game I ever bought.
Oh shit!
Because I was working with my dad,
Orange Box is
and
07
then I
with
bought
Portal.
the orange box on my first
Yeah,
paycheck.
you're right.
Nice.
And I still like. That's how long I've been
Still,
playing Team Fortress 2 for.
Was Half-Life 2 2004?
Yeah,
Okay, that would explain why I was
No,
wrong.
my
Okay.
game.
Still, 2007 is a decade ago.
that's a decade ago.
That's
now.
old school. When I was in school,
Yeah,
Um,
grade 7 approximately.
approximately. Man, it's so like that's awesome
That's
that we're
gross.
like the same age
Yeah.
and we both make that. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Team Fortress 2's got its own class, and like some of the secondary weapons are shared. Like the soldier and the heavy both get a shotgun to start,
And the pyro.
and the pyro.
Yeah.
And like you can upgrade them to more useful things to that class. Like you can get a shotgun that's better for the pyro when the pyro has somebody air blasted
Or
in
on
the
fire.
air or on fire.
Or no, there's that one melee weapon that the pyro has that hurts people more when they're on fire.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like just the whole way that the divisions thing works is that each of these divisions has their own set of weapons, kind of thing. And
Yeah.
a lot of people don't like that because in older CODs it was like you can be whatever class with sort of whatever loadout you want to make,
And I
right?
think they're doing that because of limitations of the time period, because there's not as many guns as they
Yeah.
could, like, for Infinite Warfare, they can make up whatever the shit they want because it's the future.
Yep,
Nothing's
it doesn't matter.
set in reality, right?
Yeah.
So they can be like, yeah, we'll have a minigun that shoots unicorns that's got this on it, you know? But in World War II, if they're trying to make it very accurate, which they keep saying they are,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
gotta abide by the guns that were used. And to be honest, like,
Mhm.
we went through war museums today in Calgary. There's not many that were used.
Nope.
Oh,
Everybody
really?
had, like, the same gun.
You were
Yeah.
saying you wanted to
Good.
go to the museum. Which one did you end up going to?
We went to that military museum.
The
That,
one just off Crowchild Trail.
yeah.
I set off an alarm in that one.
Did you?
Yeah, because
The security guard kept scaring me because
Yeah,
he was
no.
like, "Don't set off any alarms," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh."
Yeah, it's because I came like years ago and I set off a couple because I tried to touch one of the mannequins. And they,
Really?
Like, oh yeah, no, there's not like a glass wall between you and the mannequins.
Yeah, it's
there's,
like
there's like a little wooden bench almost right in front of it. But as soon as you like lean across or like reach anything across that, the alarm goes off. So
That's
me
insane.
like 5 or 7 years ago, I don't remember how long ago, but like younger Alex decided to try and lean across and fucking triggered all the
I
alarms.
like how 7 years
multiple
ago
times.
you would have been like 15 years old and definitely should have known better.
Nah. No, well, I might have been like 10, maybe. Yeah, no, this is before I knew you guys, basically. So this, I don't know, maybe grade 5, 6.
It's kind of scary
4?
in there.
Oh yeah.
Like we were going through there, and
And
they
it's just, like-
recreate. So like there's there's infantry, and then there's armored, and then you can go to the naval section and the airborne, and then there's Cold War. So like you go into infantry, and you start at World War One, or you start at where they were founded.
Yeah.
And then you go through World War One, and then World War Two, and then Cold War and Korea War, and then like the current like Afghanistan, and then you're done.
Yeah.
And when we went through World War One, the first thing you do is you go through, and it's like this mock trench with people like
Yeah.
slaughtered, and there's like gunfire, and they got lights flashing and explosions.
Whoa.
And you're just like, and you're like, what's going on?
You know, and the mannequins there are very well done. Like,
Yeah.
it is incredible to see this thing. I haven't been.
That's because
since
nobody
I-
touches them.
Yeah, I haven't been since I set up these alarms. But you know, from what I remember, they're
You're
fantastic.
probably on a ban list
Oh,
somewhere.
there's a photo of me behind the desk. That, like they gotta check each person. It's like, nope, not you. Nope, not
How
you.
many alarms did you set off?
All of them.
a lot of alarms.
He's just running with his hand over the right.
Like, I'm just picturing young Alex just like reach out, weep, weep. Okay, not not doing that again. Or am I? Goes over to the next one. Weep, weep. Oh, this
Yeah,
one's alarmed
but
too.
it-
I wonder if this one's alarmed. Weep, weep. Like,
It's like, no, I I tried to touch like the one mannequin, or just like reached out for the one mannequin, and then all the alarms set off.
Yeah.
So it's not like localized to like one mannequin, one
It's like
alarm.
the building shuts down and the gates fly
Yeah, exactly.
down, and it's
Like,
like, we got an
who did it?
intruder.
And then like people dressed in like military uniforms just come.
The mannequins are real people. They grab their guns.
They have like a SWAT, they have like a SWAT team break through a wall. Just like,
What do you think you're doing?
get the fuck on the ground.
I'm gonna do that to Ben when he streams next. I'm gonna
Shit.
swat Ben.
Oh yes.
I'm glad you mentioned stream because I have one more stream story.
Okay, go ahead.
It was I think 2 nights ago I was streaming
Yeah.
Ukulele. I'm almost done that game.
Do
and
you
I was...
like that game? Sidetrack?
No, I hate that game.
Yeah.
It's better than Crash Bandicoot.
It's very debatable.
Sarah's just like dying
Sarah's
over there.
cringing.
But no, it's better than. It's worse than Banjo-Kazooie.
Of course.
And I have a lot of issues with the game. But regardless, I want to get it done. I want 100%
Yeah.
it and never play it again.
Because I remember I was asking you about it, and you said you and Nick were playing it, and you were having fun with it. That quickly changed, apparently.
No, like
Oh, yeah.
I was having fun with it, but there's so many issues with the game that just add frustration to it. I like some of the stuff that they've done. Like instead of Jinjos to collect, they have these Ghost Riders, and you have to do a specific thing to each one. Like one of them, you have to fire a elemental bullet essentially into it, or another one you have to use your sonar ability to find him because he keeps going invisible. I love that kind of thing. It's the mechanics of the game, like the camera control. I have a really hard time with. Apparently, it has been updated,
I've
and
heard
I haven't.
the cart controls, because there's a lot of cart mini games.
Oh, dude, those card menus are terrible.
Yeah.
I had to get Steven to help me do one, maybe two.
We should play that game drunk tonight, because I haven't touched it yet.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
I'm
neither.
down.
I was
I haven't
thinking
seen it.
because like they're putting it on Switch, and I thought that'd be an interesting game to grab for Switch.
Yeah, I would get it for Switch if you
Yeah.
haven't got it already.
but
I have it for
never
PC.
touched it yet.
I would recommend playing it, but like Steven and I both have the same opinion that Banjo-Kazooie, I could play that game every year, like, and still love it.
Yeah.
Banjo-Tooie, I'll beat it once and never need to play it again.
Yeah.
It's the same, like, we have the same opinion on that sort of thing. At least I think.
Yeah, I agree. Like, if you like Banjo-Tooie, I think you'd like Ukulele. Like, I'd say they're about the same level. Just to me, like, Kazooie's like on this like pedestal of like one of the top moments of like 3D platforming games. Ukulele's just not that. And like Tooie, I'd say is like an average, maybe slightly below average. And I'd probably put Ukulele there too. It's like, it's okay.
okay.
Like, there's nothing wrong with it, like terrible with it, but it's just not incredible.
We have plans to put out a Banjo-Kazooie video as well, gameplay video.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, at
Hopefully
some
we
point in
can-
time,
There
we're gonna put some
is-
twists into it.
Now, I don't condone this, of course, unless you own the cartridge, but if you have an emulator, you can actually use anti-aliasing with it, and you can
Oh, yeah.
smooth it out up to 32 times,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
and you can make Banjo-Kazooie look really good
Really?
on a PC.
Yeah, for sure.
But again,
Wink,
it's
wink,
not
nudge,
legal if
nudge.
you don't own the cartridge, so don't do it.
Yes.
And, audience, don't look at the air quotes that Justin just Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I want to go back to Team Fortress 2 for a second, because if people here like Team Fortress 2, we need to have like a try-hard night of Team Fortress 2 of all just going
It's
in
like
like
every night.
Oh, yeah.
smack
Team
talking
Fortress
kids,
2.
like, dude, blue team, you guys suck, and
Oh,
just like
yeah.
all of us on red, just and all of us just like get 0 kills because we're probably all terrible.
Oh
but-
yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
excited to see what Dylan from World 9 has produced with our video, because
Yeah.
we basically just did a couple rounds. I have my footage as well, which I sent to him. So hopefully my footage will be in that video as well, and I'll just cut back and forth when it needs to. But some funny stuff happened in the video, so I'll definitely tweet about it when it comes out.
The World 9 dudes are cool too. Big fan
Oh,
of
yeah,
Dylan
yeah,
and
yeah.
all of his stuff.
They're
I watch
dope.
all of his Dark Souls videos, and I'm not a huge Dark Souls guy. I was like, I'll probably go through like 2 and actually get bored, and the next thing I know, I was like, I'm on part 10. Like, this is sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's one of their series that I'm like looking to get into. I just haven't had the time to like
It's
put
my
11 episodes
favorite thing when you can find
Yeah?
a small YouTuber that has like stuff that you can binge watch, because I find a lot
Yeah.
of small YouTubers, you find their channel and they got some good videos, but like all of them are fluctuating in quality because they're still trying to figure out what they want to do
Yeah.
with their
Yeah.
videos.
Yep.
So then it's kind of like you get bored or you get sidetracked on something else. But when you find that like small YouTuber that like has that quality
Yeah.
that you can just like binge watch all the videos,
For
it's
sure.
great.
Yeah,
Love it.
I highly recommend World 9. It's a great
World
group of
9's
guys.
really good, and one other I found.
AliveMacaroon.
Idiot Squad.
He's really
No,
good.
Not the, that guy sucks. He's the worst.
in. He's trash.
Dude, I still love your Life is Strange videos. I've gone back and started
I
watching
need to
them again.
make more.
Dude, well, when do I get to see more cat? I can't remember her name.
Night in the Woods.
Thank you,
Night in the Woods. Yeah, see, there are
dude.
so many
You
games.
have as well.
'cause
You haven't
I'm-
uploaded in a while, man. What's going on?
I'm garbage at starting games and then forgetting to keep playing them because games come out like so fast.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're
Doing-
very good at that. You're not garbage at that.
No, I'm garbage at keeping to play the game.
Do you want a daily tweet from me? Because I will make you a daily tweet.
Dude, I'll
for
just
you
make,
to
I'll
play
make a
my
Twitter
games.
bot and just
Oh,
like
yeah,
every
no.
24 hours, like, hey, just make another video.
And
Okay,
then the thing
We will
is
make that happen.
that because I work shift work and I work 12 hours. When I'm like done my 12-hour shift, I get home, I eat dinner, and then I'm usually so tired I don't want to.
Oh yeah.
And
No, I don't blame you at all.
my videos usually take quite a while to make because I record everything and then I gotta like match the face cam, the microphone, like I use Audacity, and then the gameplay, and then I have to make sure it's all synced properly, and then cut it up so that way it's quick enough to watch, but it's
Yep.
you still understand everything,
Yeah.
and then do all the crazy edits, and it takes a long time.
Oh yeah,
But
no.
I want to get back into it. I've just been so busy lately, and then now I'm
Oh,
in
I
Calgary,
understand.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm just busting your chops, but dude,
Yeah,
I am hype, man. Your next, not Pictionary, but your drawing
Drawn
video.
to life.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with game names as well. I'm hyped for that one.
That
What?
one, Drawn to Life. Did you watch that one?
Oh,
yeah.
dude, I played the original Drawn to Life
Yeah?
on DS. I loved that game. It
That was
amazing.
fun on the Wii, yeah. And my Wii's been having issues because my capture card, I have an old Hapog capture card, and I have to like restart the Hapog and the Wii like 7 times before they decide to play nice and actually.
Oh, wow.
That
Goes
sucks.
up.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been an issue. So I have to try to maybe get a new capture card
Mm.
because all the capture cards are new and the Wii is very old now. So it's
Yeah.
getting
Oh, yeah,
hard
for
to-
sure. I do want to go back. You mentioned that you work a lot, and this might have to get edited out if you don't want this information shared. But you work as a 911 phone operator. I don't
Yeah,
know. How's
for an oil plant, so it's more
Oh.
localized.
it? Okay.
It's at I won't say the exact
Yeah.
plant because I don't want to get.
Oh yeah,
swatted
no,
at
no
my
worries.
own
I,
work.
No,
I would
hey,
say
it's fine.
if we can get this
Oh, yeah.
removed if
That's
it's too
fine,
much.
yeah.
But
So-
I told my mom about this.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, like you're going with me with a friend from out of town and stuff. What does he do? I explained to her what you did, and she's like, oh, that's awesome, Stephen Winter. You can have a job that's useful to society. Just- my mom's immediately like, she's like, man, you are friends with such good people. Why can't you be more like that?
Oh,
I'm just like, oh man,
Jesus.
just getting roasted
Oh,
here. Like,
God,
I
it's
can't
'cause
believe
of,
it.
Like Crash Bandicoot. That's
Yeah, that's probably.
She knows.
Yeah.
Your mom's a goat.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I do. So it's 12 hours, and I don't get a lunch break, like a physical lunch break, but I get paid for the whole 12 hours. No break deductions. So that's kind of nice. Like I worked Canada Day,
Yeah.
Oh,
so I made
man.
double time and a half for
Dude.
12 hours.
Jeez.
That's
That's
awesome.
And that was a good day.
Yeah, I
It was,
can
and
imagine.
nobody's there, right? So nobody's getting hurt.
Yeah,
So I just
that's
sat
it.
here and watched YouTube all day.
That
That's
alone will
awesome.
pay for your
Sweet.
vacation
Yeah.
to Calgary.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice. You know.
So before we get too off track, I was talking about streaming ukulele.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to say something about your ukulele stream as well after.
I recorded it all, so I'm gonna try to throw together a video about it.
I'm excited for
But
that.
basically, I was playing a little bit of catch up on some of the collectibles that I had not gotten yet. And Tribal Stack Tropics, the first level, there's a race with this like Nimbus dude. It's like a cloud.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to race him twice, and I hadn't completed the second race yet. And I thought, fuck this, I'll come back to it later. I'm almost done the game. Like, I'm pretty much at the final boss now.
Sorry, you started the stream almost on the game. Like you didn't like restart the game for the stream.
Correct. I started the stream.
Why would you do that? For that
I don't know. Some people will do that. Like some people will go
For
from
other
square
games,
one.
not
for
ukulele.
quality
I-
games. yeah.
Dude, yeah.
But yeah, so I had to race this cloud. I'm like, well, I've tried this like 8 times. I've never succeeded. So we're just going to give it another shot, and hopefully I can do it. Steven was in the stream, so I was hoping he'd give me tips or something. And I realized, oh shit, when you do your rolling thing as the lizard, well, you're always the lizard, but when you do
Yuka.
your rolling move, you can actually do a boost. I never used that before in this race. I started using it and totally botching it and like flying past all the butterflies that would refill my power bar and all this shit. And it's coming to the final stretch. I'm like, yo, if I get this, I will be so surprised because I'd actually caught up to the cloud at that point. I look at the chat and Steven's like, I believe. I'm like, all right, let's do this. I boost. I fly around the final curve, and we both hit the finish line at the exact same time.
And you lost.
And then it's like black fade, whatever. And it opens up with me having a conversation with this cloud. It's like, wow, good job, you won. I'm like, oh, what's
Oh,
that?
shit.
A total clutch move.
Oh,
I couldn't
shit.
believe that I got it. It was.
That's crazy.
I probably will never stream that exciting a moment again.
That's awesome.
That's debatable. You can have some pretty exciting moments streaming.
Oh yeah, I make them exciting.
Yeah.
I asked Steven, I'm like, Steven, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's my stream doing? He's like, it's pretty good. I'm like, pretty
Solid
good.
7.
Pretty good's not on my scale, dude. Anything above a 1 or 2 is like
Pretty good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So
I used to stream a lot, but then I stopped because I found that the humor for my videos, at least, came out more when I edited them.
yeah.
So when I was
Yeah.
streaming, I found myself boring to watch because I
Ah.
watch back my own, and I was like, then like it's fun, but it's
It's
not
fun.
as fun as it could be.
See,
Yeah.
like I would love to get into a routine of doing a stream that anybody can watch me live and watch all the
And then edit that
happenings
after.
live and edit into a highlight video or like make some sort of video out of it, and upload that as well. And
Yeah.
like I could upload just the raw stream if I wanted.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it would take
That's
forever.
like what Ray Narvaez Jr. does as well.
Yeah.
And he
I
will
tell
do
you
a
what-
highlighted video as well.
I was gonna
Like
say,
a highlight of the month.
I can't believe he'll like. I don't know if he still does. When he first quit Rooster Teeth and went to stream full time, he would upload like an 11-hour video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd get like 20,000 views. I was like, that is bullcrap.
And
Like,
they were for
how?
me because that's my entire shift. So I had nothing to do that day.
Of course.
I
love
am
Ray.
like, who in the world's watching an 11-and-a-half-hour video? Like, good for him. I'm not
Yeah, no.
judging him, but like, I was like, wow, how do you pull that many views?
If you know Spools from
Yeah.
Funhouse, I watched his 24-hour No Man's Sky stream. I watched his
The
YouTube
game he
videos.
was
The whole
right
thing?
about.
Oh yeah, dude,
Wow.
I was bored as hell for a long
Props.
time, so I did that.
Jeez.
What I want to say about your stream though, I tried for 25 minutes to go and load your stream.
It just
My
didn't.
computer is a piece of garbage. Signed on to Twitch. Signing on to Twitch took about 5 minutes. Trying to get Ben's page to pop up took like another 5 or 10 minutes, and then trying to load the actual video content took the rest of the time. And I'm
And
like,
then by the time it was loaded, he was done.
yeah, pretty much. I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted. Ben's not worth it.
So what time do you usually are you trying to stick to a schedule for streaming?
No, not at all.
Because that's another thing for me when I was streaming too. I work shift work. I don't have a strict schedule.
Yeah.
That's when you can really flourish.
Is if you
Yeah.
can keep
Like,
to
if you
something.
keep doing
Yeah.
the same time.
You're just like once a week, aren't you, Ben? That's like the
Yeah,
the
I'm
rough
sticking with
idea.
once a week. I do not
Yeah.
have time for more than that.
You know, but it's
Yeah.
not like a Wednesday night 8 p.m. kind of deal. You stream.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's just like I tried to do a little bit last night. I got home from a work function and I was kind of drunk, and
As you do.
and Nick was he was playing Dead by Daylight with some friends, and I'm just like, I'm gonna hop on too, and like I didn't realize he was playing, and I'm like, oh, I gotta play with you guys. And I'm like, no, we're going to bed. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh man.
But regardless, this is gonna be a long episode because we haven't done safe word yet, and we're at like
That's okay.
50
It's
fine.
55 minutes
It's
in.
okay. We can keep going.
So let's
Go
bang
on.
on safe word pretty
I-
quick.
I want to talk about this amazing bag that's right next to me as well, because that's been staring at me this entire
Safe
video.
word first.
Safe
But
word
safe word
first, then
first.
we'll talk about the.
I wasn't able to
Dude.
get any words. I couldn't find anything.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
All right.
It's all
okay.
up to you.
Dude.
I meant to
even
say
if-
that
the
55
pressure
minutes
pressure
ago.
is there, man.
Even if you just have 2 words, that's fine because we don't have to go very long on safe word. So safe
While
word.
he's doing that, I just want to mention that Dead by Daylight is a surprisingly really fun game.
Oh, it's very fun.
I've been
It's
playing
addicting.
that with you, Ben, for
Yeah.
every once in a while.
Every
we'll
once
get
in a
the
while.
I was
chance
gonna
to
say,
play.
once I saw you guys start playing, I was like, oh, I want to jump on this too.
You should.
Like,
Do you have it?
I don't. I will happily buy it though if that's gonna be the game everybody's playing for the next little bit.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
Yeah, like I'll
Get it.
probably do some videos on that game. 'cause
I got it.
Yeah.
Word.
I got it on the Steam Summer Sale for like $20.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I will never
too.
play that game by myself. The game, like everything about, it, I'm just like, I'm never gonna touch if I'm not playing with other
Are
people.
you a
so.
fan of scary games?
Steven used to dabble.
I was,
I used to
I'll say,
dabble.
like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not against them. I would say there's not many horror games I've played that I've really enjoyed after like an hour or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. I find the scary part. I don't usually get scared by games. Usually because I'm doing something
I do.
stupid.
I'm a
to-
bitch when it comes to scary
Yeah.
games.
Then I've talked about this before. I don't ever feel like immersion really. So therefore,
Yeah.
in a horror game where you're supposed to be scared of everything, I always feel disconnected from the game. In which case, I never feel scared because I'm like, oh, well, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
like when I'm playing Amnesia, I'm like jumping around, pulling out my lantern and just like putting it away immediately to save gas. And Outlast, I'm like, oh, I'll just run straight. If something pops out at me, then I know not to run that way next time. Just like, so I'm just like always completely
I
disconnected from it. So I
That
don't
is-
mind them, but therefore, unless there's a combat part of it, then
Yeah.
it's like, well, I'm not really doing anything.
I remember back in like 2011 when like SCP and like all those creepy
Oh, yeah.
were like a big thing. I used to play like those games, like the SCP games. Fuck those games. Those games are so scary.
Dude, I
The
used to-
cement monster or whatever,
Huh?
when like you'd blink every 4
Yeah.
seconds
Ooh.
or something. Oh yeah.
Well, because before that game came out, like I think it was Containment Breach or something like
Yep.
that. There
Yeah.
was a game that was like literally only called like SCP-71 or something, and you just walk downstairs, and it's procedurally generated, and it's at like some specific point something will get you. You just don't know when. And that game,
And it tells you what floor you're on every floor you go down. So it's like, it could
some
be a floor
person could get
100.
to like I saw a video where somebody got to like floor like 9,000, and it took like a few hours before anything happened. And I got to like floor 20, and then this like black figure like shows up.
It kills
It's
you
like-
and that's it.
Yeah, and that's it. And then you start the game over. And I hated that game.
I can
God.
imagine.
I used to sit down and just read SCPs off the website.
Yeah?
Like it's such a cool writer's blog.
It
Essentially.
is really cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Spooky's House of Jump Scares?
I've
Yes.
seen the whole game. So I was gonna do it for my channel, but I've already seen everything.
Oh yeah, fair enough. But, I'm a big fan of that. I thought that was hysterical.
It's pretty
Everything
cool.
about
Yeah,
it.
I like how it's like progressively like it's actually scary.
Oh yeah.
So,
Touch.
safe word. We need to play this
I
game.
got 3. I
Okay,
can
that's
deal with
good.
these 3. They're above average. I'll put it
Yeah.
that way. They're above average.
Before you tell us what they are, I'm going to let our audience know what this game is in case this is your first time tuning in. Safe word is part of the show where we take terms and sentences off of Urban Dictionary and give our best shot at defining them. That's basically it. So usually
Oh,
we're
yeah.
good at it. Last week we were shit at it. I actually removed one of the words entirely.
I know, dude. The edits for last week, I was listening to it, and I'm like, the fuck happened to a bunch of the conversations we had?
Yeah, no, it's just like,
How
nah,
much
we
of
don't need
is-
this.
How much of this is gonna be edited?
This?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
So far, it's pretty
sure
good,
that
I think.
everything we've talked about can stay in, so it's pretty good.
I was saying, unless you have a part you want specifically removed, but otherwise, yeah, I was gonna say nothing horrible.
Your first word for safe word, Lennon. Lennon.
John. Noun.
Close.
Done.
Afraid not.
Oh. What? It's a. Okay, I'm gonna say it's a
Lemon.
drink.
It's a drink.
It's
Okay.
a drink.
A Lennon.
Ordering a Lennon.
I don't know what's in it.
Something
But
to do
it's
with
a drink.
Catcher in the Rye, maybe?
An alcoholic drink.
Yeah. And something
Sounds
to do with
like-
Rye?
Huh?
Something to do with Rye? Catcher in the Rye, the guy who shot John Lennon, read the book. Don't worry about it.
Sure.
Musical
I
history
thought you
here.
said these words were above average. You're giving
they
us
are.
Lennon?
Lennon. Go for it. You're probably wrong, but go for it.
No, I'm saying I don't have it.
Do I have any lifelines here? Like, can I ask the audience?
Yeah,
sure.
Ask the audience.
What do you
Audience?
guys think? What's a Lennon? I need your three.
You got to
your
come
three.
into the mic if you want to speak. But audience?
A Lennon.
What's a Lennon?
What is that?
Lennon.
Somebody come help me. A
A-
Lennon.
A
Come
Len-
here.
Lennon.
Oh man.
On candid camera, my friend.
We got Nick chiming in saying that it's a bedspread.
A bird.
a bird?
And a bedspread.
We got a bird and a bedspread. Those are the two main answers we're getting from our audience.
Not linen. Lennon.
Okay, so you guys know if a car is a lemon, it's like a faulty car,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So a Lennon is something you can call a video game, like Crash Bandicoot is a Lennon. It was a terrible thing that should have never happened.
It's just like, son of a bitch. Steven is not a son of a bitch. His mom is very nice.
Okay. Ben, it's your.
He's a
turn.
bitch himself.
She straight roasted me earlier. Why don't you do something useful for society?
Ben, it's
I
your
love
go.
your
It's my
impersonation
go?
of your mom as well.
I was gonna go the lemon route as well, but not
Oh.
the shitty car reference.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. Actually, I'm gonna combine both your things: lemon from Steven and drink from you.
Not bedspread from Nick.
not bad.
Or bird from Adrian.
or it's
What's wrong with those two? They're
it's-
fine, aren't they?
It's drinking the Lennon in a bedspread with
It's,
birds.
It's so some drinks, like you do a shot of tequila and you bite the lime and you lick a thing of salt,
That's a
stuff
lemon.
like that.
Not in that
Lennon.
order.
Uh,
Not in that order, but
A
sure.
lemon is when you just squirt a lemon in your eye and then you do your shot.
What type of drinking games do you play?
All right.
I don't know.
I could get behind this.
Ben doesn't know how to drink
What
as
is-
well.
Yeah. I consume liquid through my eyeballs.
There was a great show on the Family Channel.
That they consume liquid through their eyeballs?
No, they through their fingertips is how they tasted things. So
What
like,
show?
I don't remember. God, this
I
is
think
years
you
ago.
do, and you're just not saying.
I think they were
There were
too
like
drunk
aliens
to-
that came to Earth. They owned an
Aliens that came
RV.
to Earth.
I don't know. This was a couple years ago.
Doug? Like,
I don't know.
Doug?
I don't know. And it would literally be like them.
Doug?
isn't there aliens in Doug? Like
No.
the movie Doug?
Just because he's blue doesn't mean he's an alien, you racist bastard.
Come on, you might as well be watching Big Fat Liar.
Huh?
Big Fat
I
Liar.
remember that movie.
That's a good movie.
Frankie Muniz, man.
Did Doug say he's not was he not supposed to be an alien? No.
They're humans.
You're just really depressed.
No, wasn't there a movie, Doug, that had aliens? I could have sworn this was a
Well,
thing.
the movie was based on the cartoon in which they were not aliens. So
no,
no.
but didn't aliens come to Earth?
The
in
audience,
that movie.
the audience recommended Paul.
The movie,
Paul,
Paul?
that's a good movie.
Paul's a good movie.
I remember that movie.
We saw that movie together, actually.
We did.
This is gonna be a 3-hour podcast.
What's a Lennon, Alex?
A Lennon is just something really badass. So, damn, that truck's rims are
So
Lennon.
not Crash Bandicoot.
So
Not
my
Crash. So,
drink was
so for Sarah, Crash Bandicoot is Lennon.
Okay.
well, actually,
okay.
Steven said it. He
and
did
for Steven,
say
yeah.
it.
and for Steven, it's lemon.
Exactly.
Okay.
There you go.
What's the next one?
Sorry,
your
I need to
next
go
one.
back to Doug. I just looked it up because I was curious. The plot of Doug the movie. Doug and his pal Skeeter befriend a creature created by toxins that were dumped
Yeah.
into Lucky Duck Lake.
Not an alien.
So not an alien, but some sort of creature or monster. So
yeah.
Oh.
There's
not
a
taking-
difference.
yeah.
But you said
Oh.
blue people, which was Skeeter, and he's not. an
I'll be honest. I completely forgot there was blue people in the movie, in the show. So I never watched it. So
alien. I love Doug. Doug's good stuff. Okay, next one.
Pronunciation, but Frajo, Frajo.
I'd say Frajo or Frao.
Frajo,
Frajo.
Frajo.
Frayo. That's how you say it.
What you guys got? I know there's not much to
it's-
work on, but
I'm gonna go with the Frajo variant.
okay.
It's when your name is Joe and you're a frat boy.
Or you have a frappuccino.
or you're fragile.
Oh damn. What
I'm
you
gonna
going
say
with?
Frag out.
I'm gonna say this might be because I'm hungry.
Oh yeah.
Deep fried cappuccino.
A deep fried
Yeah,
cappuccino.
that sounds like that could
Hey,
be that. Like you
how
go to, like,
do you deep fry
like-
cappuccino?
I don't know. You deep fry it.
Dump a
They
cappuccino
deep
into a
fry
pot of
Coke.
oil.
Okay, if you can deep fry Coke.
They
How
had
do they
that at
deep fry Coke?
Stampede.
Yeah. I
So
know.
do you just pour Coke into a deep fryer
I
and you
guess.
pour out the deep
I'm
fried
not a
liquid?
deep fry wizard.
I think they put the Coke in some sort of like edible container, like a gelatin or something. Deep fry that.
I don't
Okay.
think they do because
Well,
when
I
could
see
be
it, it's
wrong.
just like this weird
there are those like edible water bottles now.
I'm
Like,
looking
that's
this
a
up.
thing.
They freeze
But
it.
anyway,
and they deep fry
deep-fried
it, according to
Frappuccino.
Sarah.
Okay.
Oh.
that would be
So you deep fry a frappuccino.
Frayo?
Or
Frajo.
deep fried
Frajo.
frozen yogurt. I'm changing my answer, Bob.
Frozen yogurt, deep fried froyo.
Yeah,
All right.
because it's a
Can you say the word
Sure.
one more time?
Sounds like
Frajo.
Froyo.
yeah.
Frajo.
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 It's gonna be something horrendous. That's the farthest thing from deep fried frozen yogurt. But in my heart, that's what I hope it's.
Be incredibly racist.
Yeah.
Maybe.
How in the world do you come up with something like Frajo or Frao or Freyo or?
I don't know.
I
Two
mean,
of us
I
did
came
it.
up
You're the
with
I'd say
numpty.
like Lenin was hard enough. Like, geez,
These are above average words.
they are not above.
Dude, you're giving me a short
Alex,
time
you
frame
blew
here.
it.
You know-
Straight up.
You blew it.
He blew it
You
last
blew it
week.
like Naughty Dog did back in '96 when they made Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, relax.
All right, Steven, why don't you look up your own words then?
Yeah.
Last week, Rudy blew it because he couldn't come up with some words. He's like,
No.
no,
Oh,
just
I know.
pass.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to pass, but
First thing that comes to mind. Guess. You can ask the audience.
Yes, that is an option.
oh, dude, if we're going back, yeah, I haven't used a lifeline yet.
No.
I'm asking the audience.
Fryo.
So it is when you have angered somebody by insulting something that they enjoy.
That's a good guess.
Oh.
You
Good answer, Phil.
So you become Freyo fragile. I don't know how to pronounce it. You become that though.
You become
and
that.
You become the most
like a
hated person in
Wendigo,
the
but
room
for hatred.
because everybody
Okay.
thinks you're acting like a douche because you are speaking. It is when you are speaking the truth, and you're like a conspiracy theorist, except you're actually right for once.
It's like a weird shaman.
Yeah. And so, like, you're like the weird guy, like, talking on the street corner, like, the end of the world is coming, except you're actually correct, and you're saying, like, Crash Bandicoot sucks. Yeah.
All right.
Sarah's just dying over there right now in the audience.
It's when you're correct, but people are mad because you're correct, basically.
Except everybody thinks you're like a nut
Is that
job.
what it is?
Yeah.
Or is that what you're just recapping? What
I'm
He's
just
recapping.
Oh,
I'm just
thanks.
recapping.
Yeah, you're like the nut.
I didn't want him to be right.
You're like the nut job on the corner, except you're actually right about something.
Okay, what is
Okay.
it?
Wait, yeah, Ben, you go?
I already went.
Yeah, you went.
All right, I don't remember what you
I
said.
also
Frat
went.
Joe.
Oh, Frat Joe? Okay.
Yeah.
Arguably
Arguably the worst of the bunch.
It's as simple as a cigarette. So instead of saying a gap or a Siggy Wiggy,
Man,
it's a
you're just
cigarette.
making us bleep everything today, aren't you? I
Dart
can't
would have
believe
been
it.
a little bit more.
Dart, dude. A gap and a dart are the same thing.
You can't say
I'm
that
not-
though.
no, yes, you can.
No, you
in the
can't.
terms and contents of a cigarette,
Yeah,
you can absolutely
can
say
say
that. You know,
I don't think you can.
you know, I'm not saying that Ben is a.
Yeah, just
Cigarette.
saying it was also okay to say certain racial slurs back in the day, but we don't say those anymore for
You know,
a reason.
Yeah, if you go to England and anywhere and
audience
you ask
over
for a
here,
cigarette,
man,
they'll go,
speaking
"You mean
up."
a gap?" Or you go and say,
No,
"Hey, can you
I
have a
don't.
gap?"
You're right. I do not.
I'm on Alex's side with this.
Yeah.
I think as long as you're not using it to
Insult
demean somebody or
Yeah.
insult
Yeah.
somebody.
In the context of a cigarette,
I
it's
just
fine.
don't like the word.
No,
It's
It's
not
fine.
a good word.
Yeah,
But-
I'm with you.
You know what else is not a good word?
Don't.
Vagina. That's a horrible word.
AliveMacaroon. That's also a terrible word.
That's why you should change it into a wake macaroon.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. He's woke.
I remember that. I was like,
That was so funny. So it's
Okay.
it's Siggy Wiggy.
It's just a Siggy Wiggy.
another name for cigarette.
Yep,
Okay. In layman's terms.
pretty much.
Frago.
Fragile.
Very
Fragile.
different
It's
That's stupid.
It's a Mexican slang term
I
apparently.
would really
Okay.
enjoy it to be a deep fried frozen yogurt.
Dude,
A deep fried cigarette.
I was gonna say, if you go to Stampede this year, I'm sure they got a deep fried
I'm
frozen
sure they
yogurt.
got deep fried everything.
Dude, it was either last year or the year before. At Stampede, you could get a dragon dog for $100.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds fantastic.
It's a Kobe beef hot dog with a lobster tail
What?
and like all the best condiments and like all the best bread and stuff like that. It was
At least
$100.
have cheese sauce on
Think so. I don't know.
Processed cheese.
it. Yeah.
Craft single slices.
Oh, dude,
Dude,
it's
for
just cheese whiz.
Craft
let's be honest.
singles underrated.
One more.
Those are
Oh,
and
delicious.
oh
No.
my god. Okay. Next one. We gotta do this quick.
This one.
Bang it out.
All right.
Now.
So in the relation of words that mean nothing to their definition,
Oh, jeez.
what is Bon Jovi?
Oh,
BONJOVI.
All one word or
One of the
Two
most
words.
overrated bands of all time.
agree? I could agree with that.
Yeah.
I like
could
Bon
agree.
Jovi.
I think he's good. I just think he's like
Yeah.
Little
So
above.
I-
Dude, I'm just making everybody in this room not. And sometimes I say something like, "This group sucks." Look over the crowd, they're like,
dude, you're gonna get pushed
well, my
into
girlfriend
oncoming
just gave me the
traffic, man.
finger, so like
Yeah, like I was just going to say, your girlfriend tried to define a Lennon as a bird,
as a bird,
and
it's
is now
not
flipping you the bird. So
She's
Comes
flipping,
full circle.
flipping you the Lennon.
flipping you the Lennon.
flipping you the bedspread.
Yes.
A Bon Jovi.
A Bon
is
Jovi.
a
The word has got nothing to do with the
I'm
definition.
not gonna lie, sounds like another drink.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, that sounds.
it's a happy campfire.
A happy
It's
campfire.
a jovial bonfire.
So it's like sung from like Mario or something, just like
oh,
smiling.
I get
as
it
it,
because
like-
it's a bonfire.
It's a Bon Jovi. It's a
Bon
it's a
Jovi.
jovial bonfire.
Okay.
jovial.
A jovial? Is that a
Who
word?
says that
A
word
jolly old bonfire.
No, jovial.
Oh, jovial. Okay.
Get
Yeah,
it? 'Cause that's
Jovi?
the second word.
Yeah, Bon Jovi.
okay.
Fire happy.
Jovial is an actual word.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. We know it's a real
I didn't know
word.
it- I didn't know
That's
it was a
what
real
you had
word.
to look up.
Dude,
God damn.
English and me don't get along well
okay.
at all.
Okay.
English and you, video games and you,
Dude,
memory and you.
nothing in me gets along well.
This
But
podcast and
me,
you, apparently.
me and me don't get along well, man.
How about woods porn in you?
We get along too well.
That's what it is. That's what a Bon Jovi is.
A Bon Jovi is?
Like
Or,
a slang term for woods porn?
Yeah.
or no. Otherwise, I was gonna say, it's the paper that you have to use to light your jovial bonfire.
But okay.
You got to burn the wood.
I want to go on
You're-
record
you're-
and say you said it had nothing to do with that word, or with that.
So
Bon
this
Jovi.
is
Oh,
like
yeah.
you're around
so the
your.
fact that he used Bon and jovial. in
Oh yeah, no,
his-
Ben's totally wrong.
He's very wrong.
He's very wrong.
So
So me
I'm not wrong.
saying woods porn is closer
Yeah.
than Ben already.
so
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay.
So actually, I was
Okay.
gonna say that's actually a good point because like kids don't talk about smoking weed around their parents, so it used to be like, oh, 420. Except now everybody knows what 420 is. So it's like, oh, I don't want to talk about porn around my
Bon
parents.
Jovi.
I saw some sick Bon Jovi today.
And the parents will be all for it because they like Bon Jovi.
Yeah,
It's
Bon
my
Jovi.
They're all talking about how great Bon Jovi
And
is.
now or never.
You and singing don't get along either.
Just saying.
Just found that one out.
Oh yeah, dude,
People
karaoke?
like to pray on
Oh.
their knees, and Bon Jovi does live on a prayer.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Okay, what is it?
Did we all guess then?
Yeah, we guessed.
Okay.
Yes, in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And somehow Justin is closest.
Justin absolutely is closest
Oh
with
boy.
woods porn. Woods porn and is associated with naked people, as you do. The
the
Bon Jovi,
woods.
according to Urban Dictionary,
In the woods.
is the hair that grows around your asshole.
Okay.
I'm sure there's some wood porns of that
I'm
out
sure
there
it's
somewhere.
There's a
Dude,
lot of woods
Bigfoot
in the
lives in
world.
the woods.
Yep.
Bigfoot, I'm sure, appreciates porn.
Absolutely. I'm sure Bigfoot's
He
got
also
some of his
might-
own.
Images of Bigfoot
Yes.
Yeah.
in the woods.
Yep.
Foot porn.
Squatch porn. Don't get it down that rabbit hole, Ben. It's a dark rabbit hole.
All right, we did it. That's all the words, right?
That's
Yep.
it. We
Okay.
did it.
Good job,
There you
everybody.
go.
Holy shit.
We need to talk about the Abercrombie and Fitch bag that's sitting on the table.
Yes, we do.
So Alex gave us some gifts today, totally unwarranted.
Only to Ben and Sarah, and neither of them knew about each other's gifts. Like, I told
Say
Ben.
this in the most convoluted
Yes.
way possible.
No, I do. It's so annoying being me.
We got to make this podcast.
We already talked about how bad he was at English.
I told Ben about Sarah's gifts. That's been literally months in the making of
Months.
trying to do it and trying to like me actually get off my
You should
ass and
explain
actually
what
do
it is so people actually
I will. And then
Okay.
talking to Sarah and get Ben's gift made by myself, and hard work went into that.
That was quick. So while
Oh,
we
yeah.
were camping, this is more
So
follow-up.
here's Ben's gift that I gave
This
to
is
Ben.
part 2 of the episode
Part two
for
of-
the next
of
hour and a half.
camping.
Yeah.
We talked about the slip and slide we did, and one thing that a frequent theme that kept popping up was the phrase "keep it sudsy," because we needed to keep soaped up and lubed up so we could slip and slide. And
I thought it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought like I saw the logo, which
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
dish soap container. It
Yeah.
looked like.
Yeah.
But I thought it meant you had to drink a lot of beer,
oh,
Oh.
I,
You know,
I
like,
thought it was just poor
stay-
man's lubricant.
stay drunk.
Just had some woods
Keep it
porn and just
sudsy.
like, I need to keep it sudsy.
poor man's
Yeah.
lubricant is dish soap. So
Absolutely.
we didn't buy KY jelly or the
Is it,
whatever
though?
80-gallon.
I was gonna say, I
lube.
didn't think it was.
It is now.
You guys have never tried dish soap?
I have not.
Steven?
No.
Okay.
I
Can't
I
say.
assume it would like
Me neither.
burn.
All right, and this is gonna get cut.
Yep. So Ben, do you keep it sudsy with a Falcon slap?
You know,
I don't know what
it's
that is.
better dry.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just kidding. So
Don't worry
Alex
about
handed me this Abercrombie and Fitch bag, and inside it were 2 T-shirts, and one of them was a T-shirt with an image of a soap bottle, just typical soap bottle that said "Keep it sudsy" on it. Because while we were camping, I said, "Alex, I want this to be a shirt," and you're like, "Done." And he actually came through on it.
Done.
Which, super quick because it's only been a week since.
Yeah. Not even.
Yeah.
You know.
So he
yeah.
got that awesome shirt made, and then the other shirt was a sweet HastleCast logo. So I'm super
That is
happy
pretty
about
cool.
that.
Oh, yeah. You know.
If it was red, it would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
way
not
to
cool.
blow it.
You went
Dude,
with white.
don't even
Fucking blue.
don't even get me started, man.
You can't afford red.
Just saying,
I-
some of
I-
my
That's
friends,
premium.
some of my friends made me a red and black shirt.
Yeah?
It's true. You have a cool
Yeah.
red and black shirt now.
I knew I wanted to make you shirts for your birthday because I knew I was doing Sarah her thing for her birthday, and then it just things didn't work out in time for me to get it to her for her birthday. So I'm like, when I give the one, I'll give the other. I'll do them all at the same time. Went up to where do I go? Michael's to go and buy the shirts to go and print the images on. Essentially,
Yep.
I would have red.
Oh,
Otherwise, I absolutely would have done red. I'm like, I can do black on white basically.
could
That's
have
like,
gone to a different Michaels.
I'm not gonna go around all town for you. And
That's
then
okay.
I printed out the first one. The logo one was my first attempt, and there's minor things wrong with it, but you know you won't notice it. And then I printed out the keep it sudsy one, and I realized I printed it out the right way, but when you iron it onto the shirt, it irons it on backwards. So now my shirt's backwards. Then you have to print it out backwards so it irons on the right way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we have one on the right way and one the wrong way.
Yeah, the
'cause
text is all
Yeah.
reversed.
So it's
And
backwards.
it's almost better. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks cool.
Is it? Okay.
It looks
I don't know.
Because then people
As I-
ask you, it's like, what does that
Otherwise-
say? Keep it sudsy.
Yeah, people have to ask him, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
can say. it.
Do you think they couldn't figure it out? I feel
Who?
like most people can
Oh, yeah.
figure it out.
Oh, yeah, they
Reading
figured
it
it out.
backwards.
Throughout the entire process, I had like ideas like
Have you
coming in
done
my
it before?
mind. No, never. This is my
Well,
first
then I
first
can
attempt.
see where it comes. Like if it was like his job to do that,
No,
I'd
no,
be
no,
like,
no.
what the fuck, man?
His
Um,
job is to count weeds.
It literally is. Today I was counting weeds again. Or no, today I wasn't counting. I was recording weeds.
Steven, why can't you get a job that benefits society?
He contributes to society. What
Yeah,
do you
do.
do?
He counts weeds.
I struggle.
Yeah, man. You know, and then as well, Justin, I found out that you were coming down this weekend. I'm like, I got to get Justin a shirt. I'm like, I just got to. And then I did these three. It
did not happen.
These got printed
For
out
the
last
record.
night, and then I'm like, nothing has gone right with these shirts. I finally got Ben's Keep It Sudsy shirt to go right. I'm like, it's 1:00 in the morning.
So,
I have work in 6 hours.
where
I'm like,
did
I
you
can't
go
do
to
it.
do this?
I did it myself.
Like
so
at
you can,
home?
Oh yeah. So if you go up to Michael's, hit the mic. If you go up to Michael's, which is a craft store essentially, you can buy the T-shirts. And you can buy her on the iron-on prints, and then you just literally print out on the paper your logo or whatever you want. And I made these logos in Paint.net and in Microsoft Word and PowerPoint. And I had a bunch of influence done by Sarah on my design and my idea that I wanted. And Sarah's like, try it like this. I'm like, I like that better. And we were talking about the entire process of it all. And then printed it out, and you literally just trace around your design. You put it on an ironing board, and you just fucking zip. 2 minutes later.
That's
like,
good stuff.
Oh yeah,
those look like they're like from a printing shop.
Yeah. Well, my printer's not the best quality. It cost me like $30 from Costco. So like the ink dots, like closeness together, isn't the best of quality. But
the sad part is it's probably cheaper to just go buy another printer than it is to refill that ink, though.
Oh, absolutely.
It's disgusting.
It is horrible. But for a Keep It Sudsy shirt and a HastleCast podcast shirt, I am very proud of the work
I'm very
done.
happy about it.
And I was hoping to like make a couple for myself and like for other people, and I will send you a shirt eventually.
Oh, I'll probably come down again.
It will happen. We'll make things, and more people will get shirts, I'm sure.
Do you want to describe what Sarah's gift was?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, Sarah, do you want to describe what I gave you? No, she doesn't.
Good audience
Are you sure?
participation. I would hope you know them. They're your animals.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay, thank you. So Nick's just handed them to me, or some of them. So do you guys know who Vsauce is?
Yeah.
Essentially. So they do.
Michael?
This was Jake. So there's
Vsauce 3.
Vsauce 3. So there's Vsauce 1, 2, 3. They each do different things.
Yeah.
They do a thing called Game Loot, or I think it was Loot, at least. I don't remember. And
It
Jake,
is Game Loot, yeah.
It is? Okay. So Jake
Correct.
did one, and it's just like cool stuff of video games and artwork and stuff that people
They
have
just
done.
feature,
Of
like,
just
artists or
exactly.
something?
And it's artists doing like an Mario designed Nintendo 64 kind of deal, or like an old school print of a Metroid game or something like that. And it's like the most random, obscure homeschool artists out there of just cool shit, and they're being promoted, and it's a great idea. This was on one of the more recent ones, and it was a turn your pet into a Pokemon card, essentially.
That's pretty cool.
So
Did you have to pick the moves, or do they just...
Oh, I'm gonna get into that.
Okay,
This is where the 3 hours come into it. You essentially send in the picture that you want, and I talked to Ben about this, and I'm like, I don't have pictures of the dogs. And as soon as I saw the video, I'm like, I'm buying Sarah this. Like, Sarah's bought me shit for my birthday. Sarah's an awesome human being, and she deserves
Bad taste
this.
in video games, but awesome human being.
And I'm like, you know what? I will be nice to Sarah, and because I know she's been nice back to me, and it's absolutely worth it. So I'm like, Ben, get me photos of the dogs. I'm gonna do this. It'll be great.
Hey, Sarah, remember when I was taking photos of your dogs? This is why.
I was just,
Oh yeah.
I was just going to say, like, how
She just called me a bitch.
So.
Ben get away with being like, oh, hello, puppy!
Well,
Take a photo.
As well, apparently, Sarah saw Ben try and take photos of these dogs, and then Sarah helped Ben take the photos of the dogs as well.
Oh, if you do this, she'll look at you better. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, no.
That's funny.
So basically, Ben sent me the dog. I contacted. Her name's Stephanie. I want to say her name on Etsy, which is the thing that's done through, is Step by Step.
We'll put a link in the
That's
description.
hilarious.
And she does fantastic work. I looked through a whole bunch of her other stuff, and you essentially just, you got to buy her. It's a little bit expensive, but you got to buy this stuff, and then you send her another email basically saying, here's the image of the dog. Here's a couple more to know how the bodies are shaped, or you can do cats or turtles, or you can even do people. You can have like a trainer card, essentially.
turtles.
Yeah, and you can go very in depth into all of this. And then you'll say, I want them to be this type, or have these moves, or this much health.
Whoa.
So, Sarah's got a solid black German Shepherd, so of course it's dark, of course. And the other one is a blonde golden retriever, so it was a grass type essentially. Because Ben told me a story about where Jasper would just lay down and just eat grass all day. And then their moves came into it, and I talked with Ben a bunch about the moves and the size of the dogs, and it's all accurate to the dogs, and you can send in very detailed specs on what was what.
weight is in there and
I
stuff.
was gonna say, how did you get Sarah to help you with that? Hey, Sarah, I'm just gonna weigh your dog.
I guess I googled average golden retriever weight, and then I upped it a little bit.
I also have a
Those
German.
dogs are overgrown.
Woo!
I didn't up it enough.
Right. So you probably didn't hear Sarah, but Sarah said 75 pounds is what's actually on the card, but Jasper is apparently closer to 100. So
Yeah, I
if you're more
didn't
accurate
up
with
enough.
it. But
You done messed up, Balaki.
Whatever.
dude,
The
for a
gift is
surprise
ruined.
gift, it was fantastic, and I really hope that Sarah loves them. And then, so Stephanie does the artwork. She'll send you updates of what's been printed on how it looks and get your opinions back on them. If you want anything changed, when it's all said and done, she'll send them to her friend in, I think he's in Colorado or she, I don't know. And then they will send it from there to here because it's easier for the States to come to Calgary than it is for Italy to come to Calgary.
Oh,
Kind of deal. So then they get printed out and whatnot, and they sent 4 images.
two-man
essentially.
business.
Yeah. So they sent 2 on actual photography paper. I don't know what you call it, like a proper photo
Yeah.
of the image, and then 1 as a Pokemon card, like proper size and dimensions and whatnot.
There's some crazy stuff you can find out there. Like there's one where it's have you guys seen the Evil Dead movies?
I know of them. I haven't
The
seen them.
originals, the good ones.
Yeah.
I have one more thing to say about this.
Okay,
No,
I'll let
no.
you finish then.
Oh, I was gonna say I want to hear Justin's thing. But...
Sorry, go for it, Justin. I'm trying to
Okay,
pick
anyway.
up these cards.
So from Evil Dead, like the guy cuts his hand off, puts the chainsaw on his arm. We all know this. Yeah. Common knowledge, truly.
And not to me, but okay.
There's a guy who will make a complete replica of the chainsaw that he has on his hand for, like, through Etsy, I think it is. And it's
Oh,
really
that's
cool.
awesome.
And you can actually
Yeah.
put it on. It's just hollow and there's like a handle in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, it's sweet.
My girlfriend's rolling or shaking her head because I love those movies.
Yeah.
Those are like my favorite movies.
Nice.
They're the best. I do. You're right. I do want a chainsaw hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even seen these. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
When Alex showed me the images before they had been printed, like we need the green light before we print these
Yeah.
things. I'm like, dude, you're gonna steal my girlfriend. Like,
You know,
she's
and-
gonna die.
So that's exactly what I wanted to bring up. The fact that hey, Sarah,
Fuck you, Ben.
no,
That's why he's hitting
so
your knife.
for-
I was
for
like,
mo-
get him out of the picture.
He's sterile. You don't want him. I made sure of it.
yeah. So for multiple times, so this entire project, I told Ben about this. I kept him involved, and he just kept going. You're gonna steal my girlfriend, dude. It's gonna happen. Like Sarah is just gonna go with you from now on. And then when I started talking to Sarah about doing Ben's shirts, Sarah was going, "You're gonna steal my boyfriend. Yeah, he's just gonna be with you from now on." And I'm like, I can live with this. This could be all right. I can
Both
make this
dating
work.
Alex now and not each other. That's awesome.
You know, it
And
came
on
over.
that
I'm like,
note-
yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I know.
that's an amazing
That's
story.
hysterical.
So, no, I'm really glad both of you like it.
I'm very happy.
I know. So,
You should put that shirt on when we go to the bar.
Yeah, I'll do it.
oh yeah,
I'll wear the
I'm,
sudsy one.
I'm gonna put on mine as well,
Yeah.
of course.
I'm gonna let you all know because I dressed up, thinking everybody else would be dressed up. I'm
Yeah.
going to change because I brought clothes.
Good.
It's
good.
very hot
Sorry,
right
it
now.
is about
It is so
35
warm.
degrees
It's
out in
very
Calgary
hot.
I
Celsius.
said, you look wonderful though.
Thank
Let me
you.
tell you.
Justin's wearing a long sleeve collared shirt and jeans.
Black jeans.
And we
Black
just
jeans.
got AC.
Yeah.
And it's not
It's
enough.
fantastic.
Oh, dude.
I-
Like right now, it's still kind of hot, but it's way better than it was.
I was in shorts and I was like,
30
"Ah, dress up a little
33
bit,
according to Nick's,
Make a good first
app.
impression. I'm like dead. Like, I'm a corpse right now.
Another funny thing to go on, just because this podcast is never going to end.
Yeah.
I want to talk more about disappointing your parents.
More about
So-
disappointing your parents.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm good at that one.
Yeah. So I talked earlier about how my mom's like, "Oh, go get a job, be useful to society."
Yeah, like Justin.
another one. So I didn't find out. Alex said earlier how he found out you were coming down. We were going to hang out with you Friday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I also didn't know you were coming down till last weekend or something. You tweeted about it. I was like, "How did I not hear about
Yeah.
this?" I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
It was
bastard, you didn't
almost
tweet
as
at
a
me.
surprise.
You tweeted
Yeah.
at everybody else, but you didn't tweet at me, bastard.
Nobody tweets at you.
Shit.
Oh,
Big
TM.
sauce.
Hey, so I told my mom, I was like, I'm canceling all my plans this next week. I'll make sure I get to hang out with Justin on that night. She's like, your aunt's coming to town on Friday. I'm like, no, she's not. She can. I'm like, I'm not gonna be here. She's like, oh, like she's like, they just went on, like finished this like 3-month trek across Africa. They're hoping to show us photos. I
I
was like,
came from
not
Edmonton.
anymore. Like,
I could come
like,
down again.
I'm like, it doesn't matter. World 9, you know, like, if any of them ever came to Calgary, or if Justin comes down again, canceling all plans again. I'm having a
Yep.
great time hanging out right now. So.
Just bring Justin to meet your aunt.
Yeah,
She
I'll
can show
come
him
meet your
pictures
aunt.
too.
That'll be
Sure.
great.
Part of the family.
I'm having a good time though. This is a good
I'm
podcast.
glad.
Absolutely, and it's gotta end at some point.
No, it
so
doesn't.
It's gotta end.
We're not ending.
Not
This is
ending.
gonna be our longest one yet.
Oh
Dude,
God,
well,
I
we-
feel bad for our
Well,
audience.
I'm checking where our longest podcast is. I'm making sure this one's longer.
Okay,
Well,
we're gonna end it while he checks.
We should swap in the audience members.
We should just like silently tap out.
Justin's girlfriend's shaking her head like, no.
Well,
Boo.
you asked about our longest episode. Do you mean our longest episode output or longest episode recorded?
Throughput.
Throughput?
Oh.
Okay. because we do have a very long episode that we recorded that got separated into 2 different episodes.
It's
Do
true.
you remember the whole spoiler cast?
One of those is still longer than this one. The spoiler cast is longer than what we're at
it's
right
what,
now.
2:15.
133.
1:30.
Oh,
No way.
just for the spoiler cast part,
Yes.
133.
Okay.
Yeah, when we recorded our episode 7, like when we talked about movies, called it the spoiler cast.
Yeah.
That we recorded 6 and 7 all in one go and
Wow.
split it into 2
And
podcasts.
we just got way off track and just went at it for another while.
I feel bad because I feel like I'm throwing you guys off. Right now.
Whatever.
No, the World
Fine.
9 podcast was also pretty long, and that one was also a wonderful episode.
Yeah.
How long was the one I was on before? It was like an hour.
122.
yeah,
No, it's all right.
You had a decent sized
123.
episode.
Noel's Nook was a pretty long one. That one also went really well. Yeah, all of our guest ones go pretty
Yeah.
long, which is
That's
great.
all right.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And
Knowles' was a good one.
Yeah.
Definitely a good one.
Yeah.
Well, by the time that I go through all the plugs and stuff, we'll be past the spoiler cast length
We still have
Oh,
to do
yeah.
Gravy Boat.
and Gravy
Yeah.
Boat.
Oh shit.
Spencer, have you got a gravy boat? Or
Spencer.
Fucking shit.
Man, you're
I knew it would
blowing
happen one time.
Tim.
I could guarantee.
Spencer.
I knew it would happen
I
once.
pride myself
Dude,
on my editing
man.
skills. Okay.
All right, fine. Mr. Macaroon.
Beef sauce.
Mr.
Okay,
Mr.
I'll find
Macaroon,
something,
do you
I'll
have a
find
gravy boat?
I don't yet because I forgot
Mr.
about it.
Macaroon. I like it.
I will say how I love your rose gold iPhone.
It's not. It's regular gold.
Oh, it looks rose gold to me.
Oh.
Look, I don't know. It could be the chair that's
I like how
reflecting
you
onto it.
know the cut. Like you saw it, you're like
Rose
rose gold.
gold.
I was like, what?
Yes.
Like,
You don't know what rose gold is?
do you know what Dove Gray is?
Okay.
I do.
I got a group.
My mom was
You got a
making
good
fun of
one?
me for that
I got a
too.
group. I don't have a. I guess I do have a song.
All right.
Um,
Shoot it.
So
shoot
it's
at the
a
group.
It's a cover of Helter Skelter by the Beatles, which is
Alright.
fitting because it was just Ringo Starr's birthday yesterday. Today.
Don't ask me.
I don't know.
I thought he was dead.
I'm not a big Beatles fan.
Anyway, Lucky Chops. They're a band that is just horns and drums.
Okay,
And
so
Sounds awesome.
They're really good.
Gravy Boat, for those who don't know, is
Yeah.
our.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
I guess we
playlist
should.
that we have going on our YouTube channel. You can find all the links there of songs and stuff and artists that we recommend that don't really have a whole lot of attention.
I was right. By the way, I'm interrupting you. It's Ringo Starr's birthday today. I was right.
Today?
He's 77.
Oh shit!
Nice.
And when this episode comes out, it will be a week ago
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
As
Um,
of July 7th.
yeah.
Was his birthday.
Yeah.
So so check out our YouTube channel. You can find a playlist there called Gravy Boat, and that's where all those songs are. So this week it is Helter Skelter by what was it?
Lucky Chops.
Lucky Chops.
Lucky Chops.
That's a good name.
I had chops in my brain. I'm like, I don't
mutton
wanna mess
chops,
this up.
but they're lucky.
Yeah. Very lucky.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
so
stuff.
yeah, Helter Skelter, Lucky Chops. It'll be
Alright.
on the playlist.
Dope.
Go check it out and all the other songs that are there. There's quite a few there now because we've done quite a few episodes. This is episode 31, man.
31.
Can't believe
31.
it.
In it'll be 100 before you know it. I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
It'll be 100 in 2 years.
I can't believe we aren't
years?
canceled,
Well,
to
2
be
years.
honest.
Year and a
I
bit.
can't believe it's not canceled.
2 years
with,
since we
It's
started.
self-funded.
with,
It's
with
okay.
those safe words, man, I can't believe we aren't canceled.
There's a few iffy ones there, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, Justin, do you
thanks
want
for
to plug
Awesome,
having
man.
me
Do you wanna
in
plug
your
your-
humble house
our humble
Yeah.
slash studio?
It's quite
It's
humble.
definitely a studio.
compared to what you're used to with your mansion in
Well, where we're
Calgary.
staying, yeah.
Yeah.
My
Um,
actual house is not a mansion. Far from.
Do you want to plug your YouTube channel and stuff?
Yeah,
No.
Go
Okay.
plug yourself.
Oh, come on.
Okay?
Plug Fragoutes.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Noel's Nook.
Yeah. Just pull an Eric. Well, you should check out Eric. But it's youtube.com/AliveMacaroon and the same thing for Twitter. That's it. That's all I got.
There
That's all
you
you
go.
got?
Check out his
Simple.
channel. Watch
For-
his gameplays.
Just for clarification, AliveMacaroon, not just
Alive.
AliveMacaroon.
Not
yeah.
a woke.
Not a woke.
Not woke.
Yeah.
Alex is taking selfies for the Instagram likely.
For the
'cause he
gram. Oh, yeah.
I
For
think we
everything.
passed it.
All right,
134.
somebody over in the audience, you want to selfie the rest of us?
and
and then
selfie
we'll-
the what?
I don't know, selfie everybody.
Oh, he's taking
You mean
vertical
take a
photos.
picture?
Oh,
of us?
I was meaning for like you to get like the audience in with us.
Do I look at the camera? I never know what to do.
I'm
Of
looking
course.
at the camera.
Well,
Perfect.
I didn't. So.
Awesome.
Do you have a bowl of mashed potatoes I can
Totally.
hold? Well,
Lovely.
On,
That's what Nick just did. Nick just took a picture of himself. Awesome. All right,
Yeah.
that's going up. All right, now do one with all of us.
Oh, man,
All right,
dude.
Perfect.
I was posing.
this is
Okay.
gonna be why it's the longest episode. It's gonna be.
Oh yeah,
because of
just
selfies.
have a little photo
Do
shoot
this
here.
every episode? You
No.
No,
No.
We never
I-
had an audience before.
I try to take photos and upload stuff.
Do the vape niche.
All right. So thank you for.
Oh,
being
champion,
here,
man.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
thank
us.
you very much.
Now let's
Yeah,
all
dude.
go get drunk together.
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
come back and play video games.
Yeah.
Word.
We'll just quickly plug
Word.
our own social media stuff here. You can find us on pretty much everything at this point. So
Yeah, literally everything.
no, not literally.
We aren't there.
We're
make
not
us
on
there.
Google Plus.
Or
We're not on
SoundCloud.
Nexopia.
We are on Google
dude,
Plus.
Nexopia.
We're not on
GeoCities?
That's a whole other
Are-
can of worms.
are you-
Let's just stop.
Are you, Ben, are we on GeoCities yet?
Oh shit.
What the hell's GeoCity?
What? You don't know GeoCities?
Oh God. End it, please. We'll talk about this.
We have an email that
We have,
doesn't get
what,
email.
Like a 10-minute walk to
Yeah.
Limerick?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Apparently the reservation's for 7, so we got an hour to kill still.
Oh, let's just.
It's
keep
for
going.
7:30, but we can probably go early.
Dude, do you want to just keep going?
No.
You want to get episode 32 out of this?
I want to get drunk.
Yeah, I want to get
Well,
hammered.
we can.
We can play some.
We don't
games.
condone drinking.
No.
Don't condone drinking. As you start off the podcast with beer open.
With a beer crack.
Toolshed, please sponsor. We don't condone drinking. Underage. Awesome.
Sweet.
So,
See ya.
yeah. Follow us on Twitter. That is pretty much our most active social media. We see
Yes.
everything there. You can also follow us on Facebook. There's less activity there, but it is still there.
It's something.
We're on Instagram. We're on
Dude,
Snapchat.
it's so much effort.
Check out our images and our photographs on those
Yeah.
platforms. And definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel because we need that goddamn custom URL. And we can't get it
What's
without
that
100
at?
subs.
As
It's
100?
100.
yeah. So we need that. And we don't have that. We're at 41 subs, which
Yep.
is not enough.
Getting
And
there.
you can also download all of our podcasts off of iTunes and Google Play Music for free. Totally free. We don't charge here.
Yep.
There's no advertisements on any of our stuff. It's
Not yet.
depressing. So, yeah, so go ahead and do that. And while you're on iTunes or Google Play Music, whatever, if you use Android or iPhone, leave us a rating and make sure it's a good one. Otherwise,
Otherwise, don't bother.
don't bother. We don't want 1-star ratings because we know we're not a 1-star podcast. All right, that's it.
Is
One
that
more
our
thing.
tagline?
One more thing.
Sorry, is that our tagline?
We know we're
HastleCast,
not
not a 1-star podcast.
I love that. That's
That
awesome.
should be.
Make that a shirt.
All right. All right. Next
Keep it
time.
sudsy.
You also
Keep it
didn't
sudsy.
make the shirt about the snow brush being adequately sized.
You were just pinning him on everything.
I forgot
Why
about
haven't you
that.
made
All
this
right,
shirt
I'll,
yet,
I'll write it
Alex?
down. I have a note going of shirts to make.
That was from episode 1.
It's
That was
it was an
30
early
episodes ago.
What have I been doing with all my
Yeah,
time?
well, that's right. Just for how much I love this podcast and how much fun I'm having. I have had to go to the washroom since before I left work. And that was like 2-3 hours
Is that
ago
why
now.
you like cross your legs with your fist in between them? Like,
No, it's more just I want this to keep going, even though the fact that I have to go to the
Otherwise,
washroom really
you can
bad.
just tap out and we can sub Nick in
No.
for you. Okay, fine.
I want this to be a good show.
Oh,
Whoa!
all right, that's it.
Thank you very
All
much.
right, thanks.
Good night.
Thanks,
Justin.
Justin. Bye.